Are we back? You probably need a refresh. Oh my word. I think I'm back. I cannot believe that happened. Oh, what's up, everybody? I forgot how to stream, but it's cool. We're all here together. It is what it is. You thought you got your bit. Imagine if I did do that. I actually have considered um, going live and then just like doing nothing, like not saying a word. You know what I mean? And just like, I don't know. What's up, Rue? Hold on. We gotta do a little roll call. 1 second. Also, let me know if the music's too loud. Music is distracting. Yeah, just a silent stream. I just like go live, say nothing, and I think that would be really funny. But okay, who we got up in here? First of all, Kev, Kobo, and Beige Lad both got a first. You're welcome. I did that on purpose for both of you. Elvin technically was here first. Good to see you. Beige Lad, Snoopy, Shoni, Zuwabi, Koala. Look at all these friends. Rue, dude, thanks for being here. It's good to be back. Computer dude, hey yo, hold on. It's good to be back. It's good to be back, friends. Hope y'all have been well. Hope y'all have been living life well. Yeah, dude, I finally have a bit of slack in my schedule. I think I posted this. So I think Thursdays, generally speaking, are going to be available stream days for me now. We'll see how long that lasts, but yeah. I have a whole, so part of what motivated this, to be honest, is that I've received a whole bunch of keyboards and I've been like, I want to build that so bad because I want to use it, but I don't want to build it off stream. You know, I'm like, I need to let the people see the build. I feel maybe it's just because I've done it for so long, but it feels weird to build a keyboard off stream. I think the only keyboard I've built off stream in the last 3 years was a keyboard for Patricia Shinshin Wong, because she texted me and was like, "Yo, I want to bring this keyboard to TwitchCon." This was last year, the previous TwitchCon. Can you send it to me? And I hadn't built it yet, and and I realized I needed to overnight it to Las Vegas, so I had to build it and ship it out that same afternoon to get it to her on time, and it made it. It was a Lavender F2. I know, chat was mad, but it's okay. It was fun. I built that off stream. Abstraction. What's up, dude? Dude, the gang is all here. Thanks for being here. I think Discord would seem to indicate the last time I was live was let's see, July 1st. I streamed on July 1st of this year. So what's today? November 21st? I mean, come on. I was barely gone. I was barely not streaming, right? But tell me about yourselves. What's been going on? Hope life's been good. The least inconsistent professional streamer schedule. Just quick mental health breaks for like 6 months at a time. You know, nothing crazy. I will say, this last month I've been working out way more consistently, and that I always forget how much better like my brain feels when I work out. Isn't it weird how that works? But like I've been going to the gym like 3 to 4 days a week for the last month and a half, and it's been like, I don't know, it's weird how much better, yeah, my brain just feels when I do that. So, I don't know. How are you guys? Look how big you guys are. Not like physically, but chat-wise. How did this happen? Hold on. Let me let me see if I can fix this. Here, I'm gonna, oh no, I'm frozen now. I'm just gonna crop. Wait. Oh, now you're small. I don't want you to be small. I don't know what to do. Whatever. we'll just let you be big. Why not? You've been gone so long, we grew, dude. Is what happens with the passage of time. Yeah, every day I didn't stream, the chat got a little bit wider. You know, so now it's now it's consuming me. I'm gonna have to stay. I'm gonna just have to stay over here, dude. I've had so many. I don't even know where to begin. The amount of dumb stuff that I've gotten up to. Discovering that get sun exercise actually works to ward off the demons. Dude, for real though. For real. Flex check? No, I'm not even close. Okay, so let's be perfectly clear. I like the wheels came off when I moved. I would say my mental health right now is probably the best it's been in quite a while. But when I first moved, it was the worst it had ever been. And I completely fell off my meal plan. And that was like, I don't know, like 6, 7, 8 months of that. And yeah, I gained back a bunch of the weight that I had lost. So we're back on that. I think the other thing too is that, so if for those of you who didn't know, like 2 years ago, I went on like a pretty strict meal plan diet and lost 50 pounds, but it was so militant that like it wasn't sustainable in a lifestyle type of way, because I couldn't eat with my friends. If we went out, I would bring meal prep and like eat on my own. It was just like, it didn't really work. And it was like, I just kind of destroyed my relationship with food. Like I didn't enjoy food anymore. I just saw it completely as a means to an end. And so, yeah, I think in the last couple, maybe like 4 or 5 months, I've been working on figuring out what it looks like to still enjoy the things that I love, but, you know, be able to manage eating well at the same time, getting good fiber, getting good protein, you know, making sure I have all my nutrients and not eating in a caloric excess. So yeah. So anyways, it is kind of crazy. I think I hold weight pretty well. So like, I never really looked that big. But I was like 225. I'm 6 foot, 225. So I was pretty big. And I think the biggest thing I noticed was that like my knees stopped hurting so much. I was cold a lot. That was interesting. I usually am never cold, but for some reason, just, I don't know. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like the body fat is insulating, but I was like cold all the time after I lost the weight. So I don't know. The thing that I think was also bad was I completely did it with diet and no exercise, which I mean, that is the reality of the situation. Thermodynamics, right? You need to be in a caloric deficit in order to lose body fat, and it's easier to do that with diet than exercise. But completely ignoring exercise is also stupid, and I've learned that now. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I'm not in a rush at this point to like get to a certain weight or anything. I'm just like, how do I be healthy in a way that I could continue to do this without going insane? So that's where we're at right now. Anyways, all that said, I have a little bit more time in my schedule. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like streaming. I'm enjoying myself. So it's good to be back. It's funny. When was Keeb Life? Keeb Life was what? End of September, right? What's up, Turtle Cat? Hello. Good to see you. I haven't seen a lot of you guys since Keeb Life. It's funny because it's been a hot minute. So that was really fun. I so love going to Keeb Life. I love hanging out with people that I know, and yeah, a little special treat. Actually, I don't think that there's any stream content planned for this, but Eve Astrology is coming to visit me tomorrow in Oregon. Can you believe that? So Eve will have visited me both in Montana and Oregon, which is pretty dope. I'm very excited. Picking her up at the airport tomorrow. We're going into town, getting some food, and then she's gonna help us cut down a Christmas tree. 'Tis the season, baby. So we're gonna go out into the woods, find a tree, chop it down, drag it home. Yeah, I don't know. There was a what do you call it? A bomb cyclone weather pattern, which was very interesting. I'm pretty far inland from the coast, and so it was mostly like Washington, or, more coastal Oregon. I'm like 150 miles inland, but yeah, it was, we got a ton of wind and rain, and there's a ski resort like 30 minutes from my house that got tons of snow. So they opened like a month early. And I guess this is the earliest they've opened in 20 years. So chopping it yourself like the good Lord intended. Amen. I grew up in a house where my dad was allergic to everything. So we've always had artificial Christmas trees. So getting married and having, my wife is not, and she's used to the real Christmas trees. So ever since I've been married, so for the last like 7 years, we've cut down Christmas trees, and it's so much fun. It is funny how you kind of lose your sense of scale when you go out into the woods. So you're out there just looking at these trees, and you're like, I can't, you're like, this surely will fit in my living room. And you get it home, and it's like 5 or 6 feet too tall, just because relative to all the other trees in the woods, it looks kind of small. So yeah, it's a very fun experience though. And just like usually getting together with a whole bunch of friends, and we all go out and we all look for our trees and chop them down and drag them out. And this will be my first time. So we bought a tree from like a tree lot last year. So we didn't go out into the woods, and it was expensive. It was like $60 for a tree. But this year it's like $10. I think it's $5 for a permit to chop down a tree. But there's no snow, which I'm very used to cutting down the tree, putting it on a sled, and then pulling it out on the snow, which makes it easy. So this is the first time I'm going to have to, drag the tree out without snow, which is actually quite the asset for, tree removal, but I don't know. Anyways, by the way, check this out. For those of you who stream, if you ever want to use a green screen but don't want to have to buy a green screen, check this out. NVIDIA, if you use an NVIDIA graphics card, does this thing where you can just like cut out your background, and it actually works shockingly well for what it is. And it has a Stream Deck integration. So I wanted to start doing the like myself in the bottom corner again type thing with like the green screen, but I hate getting the green screen out and lifting it up and down. Like, it's just a pain. So anyways, I figured out I could just do it completely in camera, which I was really psyched about. I guess it makes sense, right? Because like, they've been doing this for Zoom backgrounds for a long time, but anyways, pretty good about my ring too. You're right. Yeah, that's true. And it's like, there's a little spill on like my hair and stuff, but it's like, this is the weirdest is like my chair sometimes will like fade in and out. But I think it's doing some sort of AI to determine, oh, this is a human, and like figure out how to cut it out, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah. Anyways, one thing so today I'm pretty excited. We're building a keyboard I have had on deck. All the keyboards, but I have exciting news, folks. Let me double check to make sure I'm not lying right now. But at one point, if you recall, I had like 30 or 40 open group buys, right? Oh my word. You have class tonight? Okay. Have a good class. Thanks for being here, Rue. It's been good seeing you stream too. But I had like, okay, I am now down to 3 open group buys rather than like 40. And of the 3, I likely will never receive 2. 2 of them are Rama, right? So I'll probably never get those. One of them is Kono. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm almost free of the albatross that is open group buys. Part of what that means is now I have a whole bunch of keyboards on deck to build. They're just sitting unbuilt in the shelves behind me. I've got shelves back there with the keyboards on them. But I was like, I saw that Keepfront is having their 3-year sale this week. And I was like, dude, that reminded me, I have the like friends and family limited edition Vanguard65. I don't think there's very many. There's gotta be like 20 maybe units like this in the world with a really cool sort of color shift coat and a PC bottom. And I was like, I've been dying to build this thing. And I was like, dude, what perfect timing. Keepfront, friend of the stream, friend of the me, is having their sale, and I can build one of their keyboards. The Vanguard itself is on sale right now. So anyways, that's kind of what made me be like, oh, this would be a really good time to come back and try to get back into things. So, but yeah. Anyways, other than that, I'm trying to think if I have any like updates, like updates. I mean, I do have some, I've been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering. Um, I have something sad to show you guys. Um, oh my word, are you kidding me? Hold on. Why is this camera not working? 1 second. There we go. All right. Look at that. First of all, look at this desk mat. Oh no, everything. Hold on. This desk mat was made for me in a lab. I feel by Cannon Keys. I have and also this keycap set. It all looks really good. What's up, Insty? What year is it? I know, dude. All right. Well, this is going to be a little bit. It's going to look a little bit off, but if you play Magic, you know what's going on here. R.I.P. my beautiful baby boy. I mean, technically, I don't have to abide by the rules committee because they no longer exist. But no, this desk mat is not custom made. Cannon Keys made a run of VHS inspired desk mats, and no, this card was banned. Okay, let me try to explain this. I know, it slid around when I picked it up just now, and I tried to. Okay, what in the chroma key? Yeah, dude, this is the NVIDIA version of the chroma key. Okay, so let me explain why this is such a dumb ban, okay? So, this card, if you don't play Magic the Gathering, there's a bunch of different formats that you can play, and one of them is called Commander. It's currently the most popular format to play. This card specifically says add 3 mana of any one color, spend this mana only to cast your commander, meaning this card can only be played. There's nuance here, but technically you can really only use this card in commander. If you're playing standard or modern or legacy, you don't have a commander, so you can't use this card because you'd get no value out of it, right? They printed this card in a set called Commander Legends. It was the chase card for the Las Vegas Magic convention this year, right? This card is for Commander, and they banned it from Commander. It's like $100 card. I pulled this out of a pack. I lost my freaking mind like a year ago, and I had it in a deck, and then they banned it. So a card specifically made for Commander can no longer be played in that format. Therefore, I just stuck it in a glass frame. Honestly, what I should have printed here is in case of unban, break glass is what I should have put here. But anyways, they also banned Mana Crypt, which is stupid, and they banned Dockside Extortionist, which is reasonable, and they banned Nadu Winged Wisdom, which makes sense also. I got it a year ago, so I played with it for a year. I had it in a deck. I have a Smeagol deck. It's giving Pot of Greed. I had it in a Smeagol deck, which, to be fair, wasn't like completely used in. And the other thing that helps a little is that I didn't pay for this. I opened it in a pack, so I didn't spend $100 on this card. So that's nice, but at the same time, my entire friend group doesn't really care. Like, I played multiple games post-ban with this card in the deck, and nobody cared. But still, anyways, if you know, you know. R.I.P. our baby boy, the Jeweled Lotus. Yeah. Granted, I don't think they should have ever printed this card in the first place. I think it's insane that they even printed this. But once they did, to ban it in the only format that it's playable is insane. That's even insaner than printing this in the first place. So there you go. This is for my wall. I'm trying to build out like a game room type situation to play games with friends. So I don't know. But yeah, dude, isn't this desk mat sick? It's the Dynamicron T120 video cassette Sony desk mat. It perfectly fits my stream aesthetic. Um, and my keycap set, actually. This is EPBT Fall. I vaguely recall some of the Commander band cards being Gucci for 1v1 Commander. For the real sickos. Yeah, that's fair. I think 1v1 Commander is an insane format, though, because holy moly, there's some decks that are insane in 1v1. I know, right? So nice of them to run a group buy just for me. They actually made a couple. I just switched this out before stream, but they also made this one, which I also really like. I like the dark mode version of this. Slightly different color palette, but I think it's really cool. And also, I'm a messy person, so like if I eat a bowl of ramen at my desk, this desk mat is going to show it way more than the dark one. So, anywho, yeah. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else for me to fart around about. You know what I mean? Anything else we should dilly and dally about? Food only gets eaten on the city walk mat. I don't have one of those. I need to get one of those. Oh, dude, I love this band. Heart Attack Man. I saw them live. They're so good. I'm using Firefox now to play my music with like YouTube Music because Spotify, remember how Spotify kept getting weird and crunchy in the middle of streams? So, I don't know. I'm hoping that this is less bad. Firefox just seems more stable than like, I don't know, Spotify. Oh, hey, I got another big project I'm working on. I have made a bunch of progress on converting my acoustic drum set into an electric drum set. It's hard to see over there, but see those black and red shells? Those are my acoustic drums. And I'm converting them to electric, which has been a pretty fun exercise. I think the MK Ultra store is shut down now. Sadly, no more City Walk. MK Ultra went down a while ago, right? I think I have an open group buy, like a cat slurp keycap set that I'm never going to get. I actually marked a bunch of my open group buys as scams. It is a thing you can do. I've done a ton of research on it, and I have learned a truly incredible amount. The impetus for this was... Yo, Stacy, hello. The impetus for this was that I gave my electric drum set to the church I go to. They're a tiny church. They have like super minimal resources, and I was like, they really needed a drum set. They had this horrible old acoustic drum set that sounded terrible, and I was like, hey, just use this. And then I was like, I was playing my acoustic drums because I had both. I had an acoustic set and an electric drum set, and I was like, I'm just going to play my acoustic set. But I wasn't having nearly as much fun as like with electric drums. I just like electric drums better because it's more what I'm used to. So I've been working on figuring out how to convert it over. Well, actually, first I was like, I'm just going to buy another electric drum kit because Roland, the one I had given the church, is like 6 years old. There's more stuff that's out now. But like Roland wants 10 grand for their newest drum set. And it doesn't even include like the stands for the cymbals or the snare or anything, which is absolutely insane. Yeah, exactly. I can't sample streamers and put them on the toms of my kit anymore. So I was like, ain't no way am I going to sell, or am I going to, oh, what's up, Eve? Ain't no way am I going to spend 10 grand on an electric drum set. So right now I have, wait, you're at Stacy's house? No way. That's awesome. And so I have done an intense amount of research. So I've purchased some Roland parts off of, you're on my TV and we're watching you. Oh no. Eve's getting around. Let's go. I'm psyched. This is going to be fun. I mentioned to Eve already that we're going to hunt down a tree, which is going to be fun. But yeah, so I bought some secondhand Roland parts on Reverb, and then I bought some internal drum triggers, some mesh heads, and then I'm running everything off of my laptop instead of like a drum brain. And so I think I've spent $2,100 right now. And honestly, the drums are arguably better than any Roland kit I've ever played. And I'm like beyond excited about them. I have some stuff I need to fix to like shore it up a little bit and get it a little bit more consistent. And I might end up switching over to using a MacBook instead of a Windows machine, because if I ever want to play live, I don't know that I trust Windows to not like do an update in the middle of a performance. But other than that, like, even if I do, like, say I do buy like a MacBook Pro, like a nice one, even if you add that in, that's still like half the cost of the Roland drums. So I can't justify Roland's pricing anymore. When I bought the drums that I had before, they were like $4,500, and that was pushing it. I was like, that's like, I honestly don't know that I would be willing to spend that much again on electric drums. Given how these are for the price, like, it's kind of unbelievable. So I honestly, I might get back into drum streaming. I had kind of been like, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore, but these are so good that I'm like, roll on out of here. Am I right? Oh my word. Do the Roland drums come with shares in the company? Dude, they better like wipe my butt and tuck me into bed at night for 10 grand. Are you kidding me? And they don't even include the hardware, right? Like good drum hardware is like $1,000. If you want the DW5000 series, which is like the industry standard good stuff, it's $1,000 for a kit's worth. So like you're talking 11 grand. Dog, you can miss me with that. Time to buy a Mac Mini. I was thinking about it. Those M4 Mac Minis are looking spicy. The only thing is, laptops are a little bit less. They'll wipe your butt. What's up, Hannibal? Tuck you to bed for $5K. Ooh, this man drives a hard bargain. The Mac Minis, I'd probably be more comfortable with a battery backup on that system. But I don't know. Is that really necessary? I'm not really sure. It depends on what I'm doing with it. But yeah, I mean, there, like on B&H, there was an M4 Pro MacBook. It was like, yeah, M4 Pro MacBook Pro for $1,750, and I was like, that's pretty good, honestly, all things considered. I'm a believer, man. I was a Mac hater for years, and then I got an M1 Mac for work, and I was like, this thing cooks. This thing is amazing. As soon as Apple ditched Intel, the value proposition of their hardware went through the roof for me. I'll probably always be a PC boy for like my desktop, but for a laptop, I kind of find it hard to argue against like a MacBook Air. You can get a MacBook Air with like an M3 for under $1,000. That's kind of an insane value proposition. And also their build quality is just best in class. I mean, I don't know, maybe like a Razer laptop that's all aluminum or magnesium. Microsoft Surfaces are close-ish, but I just don't think they're as nice. So yeah, it's kind of hard for me to justify. Yeah, and like the battery life, like you said, abstraction is insane. Like to get 20 plus hours of battery life in a machine with no fans, I don't know, man. It's just hard to, if you're just using it for like web browsing and stuff, a MacBook Air is so compelling. So I don't know. They really turned my mind around with their M series chips. And Mac Minis, honestly, $600 for an M4 Mac Mini is crazy. So Surfaces are nice, but the price is not so nice. Yeah. And also like they have all this, if you're going to spend that amount of money, like I feel like OS X is more stable of an operating system. I don't know. I wish my company would give us MacBook Airs. My company gave us MacBook Pros, and I was like, I mean, it's heavy, but it's a powerhouse, dude. It's like 32 gigs of RAM, terabyte hard drive. It's crazy. Apple almost cooked too hard for M1 in the breakup from Intel, but I think going year after year from now, they're gonna have to try really hard to keep others from catching up. I honestly kind of wonder if Snapdragon's gonna be the big thing in the future for like Windows machines, you know? Everyone moved to Linux. I like Linux too. I got all three. I'm gonna be real. In this household, we run all three, and they're all good. Actually, I put Linux on my Surface, and it worked way better than Windows for years. They finally bumped the base configs to 16 gigs of RAM recently. I saw that. So you can get a 15-inch Air for 1,300 MSRP. Yeah. Yep. They do have weird number breaks for their RAM. Like 24 gigs of RAM is an inch. I mean, I get that that's 8 times 3. I get that. But like usually it's like 16, 32, 64. Theirs is, I think, 16, 24, 36. It's not 32. So it's kind of interesting. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah. Anyways, Linux systems have a lot less bloatware, that's for sure. Yeah. Can confirm BG3 runs great on Pop OS with mods. Eva, I did not know that you were a based Linux power user. This is like, I'm not surprised because you're pretty radical in general, but that's awesome. I love that. 12 gigs of RAM per stick have been gaining traction. Oh, interesting. Okay. That actually makes more sense then. Because 24 is divisible by both 8 and 12. Interesting. Okay. Dude, I almost took a sip from the long side of the can. Did y'all see that? I was reaching. Dude, Dr. Pepper, I'm going to tell you right now. Dr. Pepper, sugar-free Dr. Pepper is my jam. And to the point where I will drive into Portland to get the cream soda and strawberry sugar-free Dr. Pepper because they don't have it anywhere in town. I love it so much. It's so good. And every time I feel bad about myself, I get one of those TikToks from that soda addict guy. Have y'all seen this guy? He's like, "Hi, welcome back to my life as a 24-year-old soda addict. I bought a Jeep Renegade just so that I could fit like 40 12-packs of soda." And I was like, brother, what are we doing? And he drinks like 20 sugar-free sodas a day. And I'm one of those people that is a diehard sugar-free soda apologist. But at that point, like, you're getting close to the lab rat levels of quantity, right? Because, like, normally they're like, oh, aspartame's so bad for you. Well, yeah, it was bad for mice because they pumped, like, 100 times the serving size into them. And, yeah, pretty much anything would mess up a mouse at that point. But, like, he's getting close, right? Like, he's towing that line. And it's concerning, for sure. I have not tried the coconut one yet, but I really want to. I tried Dr. Pepper with pickles recently, and I like it. Interesting. Y'all ever had a Grillo? A Grillo pickle? Dude, I didn't... Listen, I'm not a snob about a lot of things, but Grillos are like ride or die for me. At this point, now that I've learned about the truth, I can't eat other pickle brands. You got some in your fridge right now? So based. Also, pickle de gallo. I'm sure that's wildly offensive as a product to exist. However, it is so delicious. I have been eating pickle de gallo nonstop since I discovered it. Actually, it was a cashier at the grocery store was like, "Have you heard of this weird thing called pickle de gallo? It sounds like a joke." And I was like, hold on, I'll be right back. And I went and grabbed some. It's Grillo. Grillo makes it. It's just chopped up pickles and peppers and garlic. And it's like super finely chopped up. And you just dip tortilla chips in it. Oh, that reminds me. Not me getting an M1 ad on Twitch. Twitch is listening. Eve, I will get pickle de gallo for you this weekend. We will have some. We will partake, okay? It's so good. Also, are you... Yeah, you can, Shonies. Are you familiar with Juanita's tortilla chips? Here's some local drama, right? Okay. Yes, they make... Thank you, Shonies. They make this in multiple spice levels, which is awesome. But, okay, so let me show you my... All right, let me pull up a picture for you guys, okay? I have something to show you. So I live in a small town. I'm doxing myself at this point, but I don't care. Come find me. I'm so lonely. I live in a tiny town called Hood River in Oregon, okay? We are... Oh, let's do this. There we go. We're like an hour outside of Portland, right? There's like 8,000 people here. the majority of it is pear farmers. Okay. Nice Oregon shirt. Thank you. It's actually, hold on. Y'all like the Wonder Years? Well, I got it at a Wonder Years concert in Salt Lake City. Okay, so Hood River, Oregon, right? 8,000 people, tiny town. However, you ever seen this brand before? Juanita's tortilla chips? They're made here. I found this out by happenstance because I was on the website of this really fancy farm to table restaurant in town at a winery, and they were like, everything was farm to table, and they were like locally sourced tortilla chips. It said locally sourced Juanita's tortilla chips, and I was like, dog, come on now. And then I looked it up, and I was like, sure enough, these are made here in Hood River. However, recently I thought I was losing my mind because I was in the grocery store and I saw this. What is this? This is not Juanita's. This is Wontonio's. And I was like, excuse me? Every single bag. I went all over the store and I looked, because it's like, there's like shrines to these chips in the local grocery stores because they're made here, right? I went all over the store and I looked at all of the shrines and they all said Wontonio's. Apparently, Juanita's is like copyright infringement of another company. And so eventually Juanita's got big enough that other company was like, yo, you can't be doing this anymore. So they did a little stealthy rebrand to Wontonio's. So it's the exact same chip, but they just had to change the name. And I thought, dude, they gaslit me so hard. I was just like losing my mind. I was like, what happened? But no, it's the same chip. It's just a different name. So anyways, if y'all are, chip aficionados, then, next time you eat a Wontonio or a Juanita, think of me. But yeah, so that's my artisanal, locally sourced tortilla chip. Imitation is the highest. I don't even know what they were imitating. Like, I don't know that this other company was making chips. Maybe they were. But yeah, couldn't tell you. Anyways, that was my drama for the day. Also, I have a spooky cap. Oh, let me show you what some of the stuff that I got at Keep Life. Shall I? Look at this. I stored it in this little container. These are just the artisans that I picked up. Oh, and also the ducks from Snick Rep. I'm pretty sure it was Snick Rep who was handing these ducks out. Did everybody get your duck who attended Keeb Life? You better have. I cannot remember who made these, but I got these from Madison. I texted her a picture of an artisan display, and she was like, the red panda and the frog are speaking to me. And I said, say less. Look at these things. Also, supposedly, these are B stock. Come on. These are immaculate. Boop. Uh-oh. What's that there? Uh-oh. Whoops. Little butthole. That's... Dude. What... Oh, Lavender Bee. Thank you, Stacey. Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Yes, Lavender Bee caps. She was so nice, too. The frog needs a butt. I know. Exactly. This is my stream. The frog needs a butt. This is the first artisan keycap I ever bought. I got it on Etsy, and it does have a butt. Look at that. It's not much for an artisan. It's just a little model glued onto a OEM profile keycap, but there it is. Boop boop boop. Cheeked up though. He is absolutely caked. That's what I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be caked. Dude, I'm going to be real with you. Oh, hold on. Before we move on, I'll show you what else I got. I so wish I could remember the names of the people who gave these to me. So, Stacy, if you could help me. This one I won, which is so rad. Is it Ink something? I want to say that's the name that sounds familiar. But this keycap is sick. This is an awesome sculpt. I love how it looks. It's not kind of like, it's not insane or ornate. Like it would go really well on anything. This one was just given to me. A guy was walking around and he was like, yeah, I just started making artisans. And here's some. Do you want one? And I was like, yeah, dog. This is sick. Looks like flesh. And then, oh, this Appa had this keycap and gave it to me from last year. And then I got this one as well. Gloom caps. Thank you. Thank you. We have an event organizer in chat, y'all. This is great. So, anyways. Yeah, dude. It was a good meetup. I really enjoyed seeing everybody. It was so fun. My wife really enjoyed getting to meet a lot of people. And yeah, it was just a good time. It's a good time. So thank you all for being so nice, for saying hi. It's always good. It's always good to get out of here and get to see the people, you know? It's a highlight. Yes, she was super psyched to meet everybody. Dude, we met Tim Keelis, and he was like, I was like, hey Tim, this is my wife Madison, and he just looks at her and he goes, I'm so sorry about him. And I was like, brother, come on. Come on, dude. Well, so Madison goes, oh, you're the guy from the poster. I was like, this whole interaction is going sideways. I would like to get out of here. I'm being, but yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I recognize you from the 8-foot banner that's been hanging in my house. So yeah, I don't know, kind of an awkward interaction, but it's okay. Dude, I will say one thing. I've been doing a like kind of this. Okay, listen, I'm not trying to brag, but your boy comes from a lineage of men with tree trunks for legs. Let's just say, right? I'm not the strongest guy out there, but I don't struggle with stick legs, right? Like I don't, my calves are gigantic, like questionably large. But whenever I do leg day at the gym, it is funny because I get onto the leg press and it's set at like 60 pounds. And I'm always like, men. Like that's my initial reaction. And it was just funny because it was just kind of like, I don't know, like that thought just came, it was like completely from the inside. I was just like, oh, freaking men, they're so weak. And I was like, wait, I am too. But anyways, I always now I go in there and I look down on men who skip leg day, and then they're putting up rookie numbers on the leg press. Come on, men, we can do better. But I also have been absolutely humbled by some small women at the gym. Like this gal got off the leg press last week, and I didn't even look at the weight. I was just like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to do a warm-up set on there. It was set to 350 pounds, and I crumbled like a cream puff. And I was like, oh, she was like standing right there, and I was like, this is so embarrassing. Like, oh, no. I was like, that is way too much. Oh, dude, I was so humbled. I need to check the weights before I was so confident. I just hopped on there and I was like, ah. So, what's up, Prezi? It's good to see you, my guy. Been playing a tiny bit of Overwatch recently with Prezi and some friends. So, for real, I don't skip leg day. I don't. I'm on this, I found this app that just, because I used to go to the gym and just, like, get on random machines and do whatever, and I was like, I should try following a real program for, like, the first time. So I, oh, thank you, the Cost Porta Pros with the orange pads. I was like, so I found a program just on an app, but for some reason it has me doing, like, 2 major leg sets, or I like, every workout, so it's, like, 6 a week. Which is a lot. I mean, it gives you a breakdown at the end of the week of like which muscle groups you worked out the most, and it's always quads and hamstrings are number 1. And I'm like, But it's okay. And I have a staircase in my house, so like the first week or two of that, I was like falling down the stairs every day. But it's good though. It's good. Prezi, how you been, my guy? Hope life's been good. Anyways, do I have anything else? Oh yeah, I do have one more thing to show you. Gonna go grab dinner. Dude, thanks for being here, Abstraction. It's good to see you. Okay, I received a package. Hold on, I'm not gonna leak my address here. Okay. Check this out. Y'all familiar with 3D Keycap? He's from Canada. And I commissioned this from him. I'm not going to say what it is. I'll leave you to figure that out. It's for a YouTube video I'm working on. And this arrived last week. This is a custom keycap. It uses, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It uses 4 stabilizers. Yeah. And he absolutely knocked this thing out of the park. It looks incredible. I just pitched a general idea at him. He sent me a render and I was like, dude, if you can make that in real life, that would be insane. And then he just mailed me this. No questions asked. What a homie. So if you need custom stab, yeah, 5 stabs. So yeah, anyways, eventually you'll see this in a YouTube video as well as an interview with 3D Keycap. I think that interview went really well. But yeah, that's a little teaser for you. Kind of fun, huh? That's more stabs than most of my keyboards. I know. Are you a 40s user? I am not. I've tried. I'm too small brained for that. I do have a Machida though, because I'm a big fan of fruity keys as a person, and so I was like, I want this Machida just for my collection. I don't know if you guys know this, but I posted a giant chunk of my keyboard collection on Reddit for sale. Oh, split backspace user. That makes sense. And I sold, like, I posted switches, keycaps, and keyboards on Reddit in a absolutely massive post. In fact, it was actually one of the highest rated posts, like sale posts, like personal sale posts of all time on Mech Market. It has like 50 upvotes. But I ended up selling a lot of things. I still have a lot left. My original plan was actually to sell $10,000 worth of keyboard things to fund the new drum kit. And then I got to the point where I was like looking at what $10,000 worth of, actually it was sneakers, board games, and keyboards that I was trying to liquidate. And I was like, I don't think that a drum kit could be worth all of this, right? Like, I don't think that those are equivalent in my mind. I still got your keyboard, Hannibal. I did not sell it. I still got it. I do need to clear coat those keycaps, though. I sold... That's a good question. I can check on Alias. Don't worry about it. You've already paid me some. I don't want to lose track of that. So don't double pay me or overpay me. But let me check my Alias. I've been selling on Goat. And the like valuable stuff I've been selling on Goat, and the less valuable stuff I've been selling on Depop. Let's see. I sold... Here's a list of all the things that I sold on Goat. Some Team Red Dunk Lows, some Yeezy 700 V2s, some Volt Dunk Lows, Yeezy 700 V3s, Yeezy 350. I basically sold all my Yeezys. I got to the point where I was like, I cannot wear in good conscience Kanye shoes anymore. So I just liquidated them all. And I was like, get them all out of here. I'm done. I'm out of here. So, oh my, wait. Hold on. First of all, hello, Brian. Second of all, I didn't know you could spend bits to make emotes huge. That is insane. Oh, you're getting into New Balance? Dude, that's my favorite brand at this point. New Balance is so good. Actually, my daily shoes now, the inside shoes I wear at all times are these New Balances. The Age of Discoveries, I think they're the 9060s. But yeah, these shoes, I just love them so much. They're so comfortable. Um, Looking for someone with arch support. I mean, you can get inserts, which is nice, but oh yeah, them dad shoes are so hot right now. Anything else interesting I sold in here? Yeezys, Dunk Lows, more Yeezys. I had those Donald Glover New Balance collabs, but I had both the white and the yellow, and I sold the yellow ones. Some Yeezy slides. I had some New Balance 550s, but I just don't think they look very good on me, so I sold those. Anyways, I don't know, whatever. I sold 40 pairs of shoes on Goat so far. A BB80 and a fuel cell. Hey, 574s are great too. My dentist, I was wearing some and he was like, those 574s? And I was like, a man of culture. Dude, my dentist has been freaking giving me the runaround. So I went over there and I had them, they do like, because I'm trying to establish care, right? I moved, so I don't have a dentist here. And so I went to the dentist and they did an initial checkup and they were like, hey, okay, we'll schedule an appointment this was in like September or October. They're like, earliest we can get you in is February. However, if we get any appointments that like someone cancels or whatever, we'll call you and see if you're available. Well, dude, every single time they'll call me or they'll text me and they'll say, hey, we have an appointment. I'll reply within 20 minutes and they're like, sorry, never mind. It's happened 4 times. I should go through my text history with them and just them like being like, hello, we have an appointment. And then I reply and they're like, JK, we don't anymore. So my teeth may be dirty forever, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I hate the dentist. So anyways, it's a drug front. Dude. Anyways. Yeah. Dude, also, I fell into a Satisfactory season. Let me tell you. If you play Satisfactory, you know. But Satisfactory finally came out of early access into 1.0 after 5 years, and they added a ton of new features. And me and the boys put together a dedicated server, and we played like 200 hours of Satisfactory, and we beat the game. Just saying, you can do that apparently, and we did it, and it was pretty cool. But that's also partly why I haven't been streaming, even though I have had a little bit more time. I played a lot of Satisfactory, but I don't know. Also, not afraid to admit it, I've been enjoying the new Black Ops. Okay, the first couple games I played, I was getting absolutely blasted by Omni jumping zoomers, but you know what? After Grandpa got his legs under him, listen, I'm middle of the pack half the time, you know? Yeah, Prezi, let's do it. I got it on Steam. Are we Steam friends? I don't know. Just you send me a Discord message. Let's squad up, my guy. It's been fun. Honestly, the zombies, dude, quality of life, being able to, as an old man, being able to save my progress in zombies and come back to it later is like the greatest thing ever. Zombies was like, I love zombies. It's like one of my favorite things to play to just like chill. But the fact that you had to like just play until you died, and if you wanted to quit, you just had to like give up, take your hands off the mouse and keyboard and let the zombies kill you. I mean, that's kind of cool in one way, but in another way, it wasn't fun because it was like you couldn't get really far and then have an appointment, right? So now I can just I can play for an hour and it's just going to be an hour because then I can just save and quit. Dude, amazing. Absolutely amazing. The $20 audio DLC. There was $20 audio DLC? I did not. I'd never buy DLC for COD. I buy DLC for Helldivers because I really like... Dude, they have gooddened that game. Let me tell you. They absolutely wrecked it for a hot second and then they fixed it and it's still good now. So if you quit Helldivers like I did because it got super unfun for a while, it's back, baby. And it's very fun right now. So can recommend wholeheartedly. But yeah, didn't know there was a $20 audio DLC. Kind of. You don't have to have a PlayStation account anymore. So Arrowhead, I feel like has done the most they can to stiff arm Sony. But I mean, Sony's a publisher, right? You can't get away from them. So, ingooden is the word I will use. I saw a video essay called "The Ingoodening of," what was that game? Not Star Citizen. Not Astroneer. It was a space game that was like overpromised and underdelivered, and then they fixed it over like. So Sony, yes. So what they did was they rolled back the requirement to have a PSN account, but the Steam store still does not offer the game in places where No Man's Sky, yes, they still don't offer the game in those locations, which that's still awful. I hate that. So yes, No Man's Sky, the ingoodening of No Man's Sky. Thank you. What a pull, Brian. I gave you like nothing to go on. Who made this video?
Sponsored
by Internet Historian. Okay. That's a guy who's not currently in favor at the moment, I don't think either. Sony about to destroy Souls-like games. Oh, really? Oh, no. I've been playing Elden Ring, too. I need to get back into that. They did the same thing for all their titles. Same with Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think it's Ghost of Tsushima, is it? I think it's Tsushima, right? The Ghost of it's just a bunch of fish. You're just fighting for your life against the ghosts of thousands of salmon. I don't know why that's so funny to me. That's amazing. That's great. No Man's Sky definitely fixed everything over like 30 free. Yeah. And I have No Man's Sky. I've been getting into it too. I have so many. Dude, my Steam library is so chock full of good stuff that I've not played. I'll show you my Satisfactory Factory if you want. How do you have time? You do all these things? I do sleep. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think, it sounds like I have more stuff going on than on paper. Or wait. Sorry. That thought just farted its way out of my mouth. On paper, it sounds like I'm busier than I am. Sorry. That's what I meant. 1,000% was Mac Gang for like a decade, and now I have no shortage of culture to catch up on. Oh, nice. Little PC gaming. I do one thing a day, and I'm donezo. I don't know what to tell you, man. Here's the thing, though, right? I have discovered that I do not do well with a ton of free time. I do much better mentally and just in life, in enjoyment, when I am constantly occupied with something. So, I find it very unsatisfying to have like free time that I just sort of, so like if I'm gonna game, I like putting it on my calendar and being like, I'm doing this from here to here, so it's like a thing that I have planned, which is like sounds crazy and neurotic, to which I would say you're right, but it just, I don't know, something about having like structure and like making time for things, even if they are entertainment, I like. Dude, let me tell you about an absolutely all-star weekend. I know that's a band. An all-star weekend that I had last weekend. So last weekend, my wife was out of town, right? She was in Montana visiting family and friends. And she was coming back on Sunday. And I said, oh, brother, we're gonna schedule out this day, right? And I did everything. I vacuumed the house. I did all the dishes. I did meal prep. Dude, let me tell you what I made her. I did spatchcocked chicken with lemon, garlic, asparagus, crispy potatoes, and black garlic mushroom risotto for her lunches. For me, I had Trader Joe's chicken and broccoli and rice because I'm basic like that. And then edited a video for Patty. Took a nap, got that in there. I mean, I was all over the place. Did some shopping, went to the gym. It was great. It was a good day. And I was like, this is a good weekend to me because I had like 100 things that I got to check off my to-do list. It was really good. So I don't know. I feel like I always come off weekends when I just like spend it doing nothing, very restless. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. To each their own. I'm whatever. I'm like 30 now. I'm sure I'll slow down some, but I just love like doing things, even if those things are like entertainment. I like having them be task oriented. Anyways, but yeah, guys, have y'all been watching Arcane? No spoilers in the chat. Actually, that's more for the benefit of anybody else. I'm caught up, but dude, freaking, my goodness, what a show! I will say, I'm a cheap man, and just have kids and you won't worry about that ever again. That's fair. That is fair. You rewatch season 1 and waiting for season 2 to fully release. That's kind of smart. Also, honestly, it's probably worth the upgrade of the ad-free Netflix, I will say, because boy, oh boy, oh boy, are Netflix ads a mood killer for that show. Like, you'll be in the middle of like the heaviest scene of your life and you're like almost in tears, and then you get an advertisement for Netflix itself where I watch Giancarlo Esposito describe to me the plot of Squid Games, and I'm like, brother, I cannot emphasize how much I do not want to be watching this right now. I was so upset. So yeah, those ads are a plague. I don't want it. So yeah. But Snoopy, I think what you're doing is smart, because like I wish I could one-shot that season. I will say the soundtrack for season 2 has got me acting problematic in the gym right now. Holy moly, I'm painting the town blue while I'm doing my deadlifts, and it's been great. This is why some ride the high seas. Well, listen, you know what? I saw a Reddit post where someone was discussing that Amazon was rescinding, I think it was MGM titles from people's libraries. Like, they purchased a movie on Amazon, and then Amazon rescinded their ownership of the movie. And the top comment was, if purchasing doesn't equal ownership, then piracy doesn't equal theft. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's fair. That's fair. If I could pay you $20 for a movie and I don't get to own it, then I can pirate the movie and it cost you nothing. Like, just saying. Like, if that was such a like succinct comment that I was just like, fair, you know? And honestly, like, I'm down to spend money if it's going to support a creator that I like, for sure. But yeah, there's sometimes where I'm just like, dude, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of horror movies lately. I've been really enjoying them. I watched Long Legs, and I watched In a Violent Nature, and I watched The Black Coat's Daughter. Dude, there's some bangers. I've been dipping my toes into horror, and there's a lot of good movies that I've been sleeping on that I've been really enjoying. So, but the secret is watch them at 9 a.m. You know, watch them at 9 a.m. Then you have all day to process them, and then you're not scared by the time you go to sleep. It's great. Actually, that's kind of what inspired me. I was in Salt Lake City with my band. We all flew to Salt Lake City and met up there to watch The Wonder Years, our favorite band collectively. And we got back from the show too late to watch Long Legs. We all really wanted to see it. But then we realized our flight, they were driving and I flew. My flight wasn't until like 3 p.m. And there was a theater in Salt Lake that shows movies early. So there was a 9 a.m. screening of Long Legs in Salt Lake. And we were like, let's go, dude. And we were the only ones there in like a fully reclining theater. It was amazing. I get the impression that Mormons aren't a big fan of horror movies in general because... I don't know. It just seemed like it was already leaving theaters and it had only been, you know, it had only been out for like a week at this point. But yeah, dude, it was so great. And it was such a tense movie. It was really good. I wouldn't say I'm a morning person, but I will say with my job, I have to get up at 7 every day. So like, I don't know. It's not super hard for me to get up early. So, but yeah, it was a good time. We really enjoyed it. And that kind of got me into, because it was a super tense movie. It was pretty freaky, but then it was 9 a.m. or it was like, 10:30 when we got out of the movie and it was sunny and I was like, whatever, this isn't scaring me anymore. And so it kind of was like that for me. I don't know if y'all have this, but when I go to a theme park, I'm really nervous until after I've ridden the first ride. And once I've gone on that first roller coaster, it's like everything is fun after that. And that's kind of how it has been for me, where it's just like, you know, I've ridden the first roller coaster. Now I'm like, dude, let's go. I want to ride more roller coasters. So I've been really enjoying Oz Perkins. If you've seen Psycho, he's his dad plays the main actor in Psycho, the like owner of the hotel, right? His son Oz directs movies now, and he's really good. He's really good at directing. So he did Blackcoat's Daughter, he did Gretel and Hansel, and then Longlegs. And Nicolas Cage is insane in Longlegs. So highly recommend that movie. Really good. Anyways, let's build a keyboard. I've been dwaddling for an hour. Holy crap. We're so back. We are so back. I've been just chatting for an hour. Also, listen, chat. We are approaching a reality here soon because I don't really buy keyboards anymore, and I don't really advertise my services as a keyboard builder anymore. So in the near future, well, in fact, I can give it a more realistic date. I have in my possession 9 unbuilt keyboards. So once those are built, you know, I'm kind of out of keyboards. So I still want to stream, is what I'm saying. So I need to find something else to do. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm planning, but I think, the cooking stream was really fun. I don't think I want to do more cooking streams, but like high effort content I'm interested in. Games is a good one, but I need a way to, I don't know. Like I have like, drumming is good too, but I don't know. I'm workshopping. The thing that I think is I want to focus still on edited content for YouTube. So that just makes me think, what about the live format? What content would benefit from being live more than not being live, right? What lends itself to being live more? Obviously, anything is good because of community interaction. I'm not discounting that. So I could do the same thing I could do edited, but just be able to interact with you guys, which is great. But I'm trying to think about live Eve astrology reading. There we go. Like what benefits from being live? And that's what I'm trying, and not just in general, but for me, what can I bring to the table that benefits from being live? So I need to figure that out. So that's what I'll be thinking about. I'm probably not going to be back to weekly streaming at all, especially given the fact that next week is Thanksgiving. I'm going to go to Reno, everyone's favorite place in the world to go as a vacation destination, Reno, Nevada. I've thought about that too, Snoopy. I have thought about that too. Literally anything is content. I know that's true, but I don't know. I just am like, what can I do? Skiing? Dude. I also recognize that different people have different things that they like out of content, right? So, like, for instance, I don't like IRL streaming. I just don't enjoy it. So when the streamers I watch go IRL, I typically don't watch. I don't know why. I just don't enjoy it as much. So Rose's stream featuring Mabel. Love that too. Dude, Mabel is have you guys seen? We shaved her. Her hair's back now, but she had some really bad mats. And dude, she looked like roadkill for a while there. Let me see if we can find a picture. Random project stuff is also fun to watch. That's true. For me, it's an audio thing. Too many random sources of audio coming through. Yeah, and also bad audio or interruptions or dropped bit rate or whatever. Like, oh, here we go. Hold on. I've probably showed this photo to stream before. But that is what Mabel looks like with no hair. It's a sad, sorry sight, to be sure. Yes, she turned into a Pringles can when we shaved her hair off. They call it the squirrel cut, where they leave the tail and they shave everything else. I will say, she gets very cuddly when she's cold, which is kind of sad, but also fun for us because she likes to cuddle. But now her hair's back and she's back to being a turd. So, you know, maybe we'll shave it all off again just so that she can appreciate what she's got. But anyways, what a goober. What a goober that thing is. All right. Should we build a keyboard, y'all? I think the answer to that question is yes. Can you guys remind me real quick? How do you build a keyboard? I think I need to get my mat so I can do stabs. 1 second. Yo, what's up, Vanessa? It is a slightly different setup. It's I got a new desk mat that matches my theme. I have some new controllers. This is the Beacon. I think Stacy Smash has one of these. The Beacon Mix Create, and then my Stream Deck. I do not play D&D. I've played exactly one session of D&D, and I got my party killed within an hour. So that was rad. That was pretty cool of me. That was a pretty cool move of me. Let's see. Oh, by the way, Stacy, I keep forgetting to mention, you said that my audio gets quieter when I talk. It does. It's just sidechain. So I have in OBS, I have one audio source that's my mic, one that's my music, and then there's a compressor on the music that is connected to my mic. So when I talk, it compresses the background music. So yeah, it's called sidechaining, but it's just a compressor. But yeah, it works pretty well. I like it. And it's native to OBS, which is good. You're gonna need that in writing, dude. Stacy, I can show you exactly how to do that with your beacon. Actually, I've been enjoying the beacon. It seems like it works pretty well for what it does. It took me a while to get it to be happy with my audio interface, but once I did, we're all good. So, Vanessa, how you been? How's life? We played Madison and I played some Magic the Gathering with Vanessa and Rolly recently, and that was very fun. We had a great time. We got to do it again. All right, I've already tested the PCB like a good boy. But what I'm looking at is, I think this is a 1.6. I hope. Been good? Good. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. I'm listening. Let's see if this works. All right, this is a WinKey 1.6 millimeter set. Yeah, dude. That was a dude. I picked up from Costco a Lord of the Rings precon, the Food and Fellowship, which I'm pretty hyped about. .625, there we go. Let's just make sure that this fits and we're all good, because I'm pretty sure this is a 1.6. When I do karaoke and try to sing with YouTube or other audio, there's a voice delay to stream. Otherwise, I love it. Interesting. Interesting. I don't have that problem because I don't do karaoke, but that's good to know. Okay, so I think we're good on these stabs. Let me just double check real quick. I got a caliper. They did not. No, that's what I went in search of. Vanessa, that March in the Machines. Okay, this actually is a 1.2 millimeter PCB. So these are 1.6 millimeter stabs. However, I think we'll be okay. I can always swap them out later. This is a hot swap. But no, yeah, they had the Food and Fellowship Precon, which I had been having trouble finding in general, with two packs of set boosters and four like extra foils, and I got some good pulls out of them. I got Radagast, the Palantir of Orinth, Shire Sheriff, Lash of the Balrog, and then some of these like kind of special treatment foils. I don't know. Not bad for like the extras. So basically $50 for the deck plus this stuff, which was cool. So oh yeah. No one ring. There was a chance, but I didn't get a one ring. That would have been crazy. But anyways. All right, so let's see. We need actually I might have those little shims too, but I think I'll be all right. You got a holographic from your recent purchase? Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna need this one. I don't do split backspace because my mind is feeble and doesn't like it. There we go. Okay. I do have some 1.2 millimeter PCB stabilizers on the way, so if I need to swap these out later, they aren't going to be here till Saturday. So, but yeah, like I said, I already updated the firmware on this, and I to show me it's worth it. Let's go. Yeah, they had the elves one, and the food and fellowship one. Here, I need to run to the restroom real quick. I ate some bad cheese on Wednesday, and it's been really affecting me. But I will be right back. I'm gonna put down the good ones that I got, so you guys can do a value proposition. All right. Here, I will leave you guys to look at this, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I got a little crabby guy with me. I guess it could be crabbier. Okay. I don't know. It's a defective dog. Yo, what's up, Matt? How you doing? I'm vanishing like a ghost. All right. All right, everybody gathered their financial information from these cards. I think there is a card for the Eagles. I'm pretty sure. Put the raccoon down. Yo, what's up, Snake Rep? Dude, one of the things that my phone does that scares me. So I have a Tacoma, and Toyota makes this app that lets you like remote start your car and, you know, check the tire pressure, stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But it connects to your car has to connect to the internet via like 4G, and then your phone has to be connected to the internet as well. So whenever it's kind of trying to establish that connection, it gives you a push notification that says looking for your car, which is a scary thing to see because like it implies that it lost your car. And I'm like, where is it though? Where's my car? Don't say that. Oh yeah, Toyota software is rambunctious at best. I know exactly. Just and also like someone a couple miles from me had their car stolen not too long ago from their driveway, and I was like, yee. So hopefully not me. Hopefully not me. How do you do stabilizers, chat? Dude, this Crytox is separated. So long it's been. Can I still make a stab sound good? That is the question. Could I ever make a stab sound good? That's even more of a question. Don't answer that, okay? Oh, wait. One more thing. I'll be right back. I'm about to risk a very valuable card. Let me put a lid on the lube first before we do that. Check this out. I went to a pre-release event for the new Magic set. It's called Foundations. It's a great set. If you've never played Magic before, it's the perfect set to get into. Because it's just nothing but sauce. It's good cards. Oh, actually, I got a couple things. Wait, is this not the right thing? Oh, dang it. Hold on. Hold on, I got the wrong thing. I'll be back. Dang it. I'm so unprepared. I'm unbelievably unprepared. Okay, I'm back. So check this out. First of all, I got some secret layers, which are pretty rad. Okay. Aether Eyes, Drown in Dreams, Psychic Corrosion, Visions of Beyond, Time Sieve, incredible card. Phyrexian Metamorph, these are like the Cauldron Familiar, the Duskmourn ones. Dalthy Voidwalker, this is a crazy card. Magus of the Moon, Witch's Oven, also a really good card. Look at this. Doom Whisperer. I love these magazine style ones. Ravenous Chupacabra. Coma Cosmos Serpent. This is a crazy card. Mazarik Kral Death Priest. This is great. I have this in a deck, actually. Earl the Mind Stalker. This is a token that came with something. Okay. But then, those I bought specifically. But, check this out. This I pulled from a pack. This is a foil Japanese anime art Land of War Elves. It's pretty good. This card is straight up gas, y'all. This is crazy. It's like almost $100, I want to say, for this card right now. I got absolutely dumpstered in the pre-release event I went to, and as a consolation prize, I bought a collector's pack, and look what was in the back of it. And actually, when I bought this pack, the guy at the game store says, he's like, you better not pull any anime cards, because those are like the good ones. And that is exactly what I did, was I pulled an anime card. So, isn't it cool? Anyways, I mean, if you don't know what a Land of War Elf is, it's a 1-mana 1/1 that taps for 1. Can't get any simpler than that. It's pretty cool. There was some other good stuff in there. Lothril was hiding in there. Elvish Archdruid. Raise the Past. This is a really, really good card. When did I tell Rolly that? I told it to him, I think the day... Oh, these are the same card. Land of War Elves and Japanese Land of War Elves. I told it to him the day I pulled this card. So that would have been several weeks ago at least. Yeah, like I immediately took a picture of it and texted all my friends who are into Magic. And Rolly was one of them, so. Okay, sorry. We're back at it. It's cool to see the different art style for the same card. Yes. What a reasonable lad. Yes. Stonks. Dude, I ate some... So, my favorite cheese in the world is this cheese called Alp Blossom. And it's made in Austria, and it's rolled in wildflowers. So the outside crust of this cheese is wildflowers, and it's really good. So when my wife was in Montana, I asked her to get some because they sell it at a local cheesemonger there, and she did. But unfortunately, due to flight delays and flight times, it was just warm and in her purse for 10 hours, and I think that's how it went bad. And my stomach is very, very angry because of it. So, we're getting there. I'm alive. She's alive, but we're both it's times like these I will say that living in a house with 4 bathrooms is great. The days I have to clean those bathrooms, I'm not a fan, but the days that we get 2 bathrooms apiece, that's nice. Oh, well, it tasted amazing. It was awesome. But that's the only thing that we both ate. So that's all that I can imagine that it would be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm probably not going to eat the rest of it, but it was definitely worth doing once. I like how he says Queen in the song. If you hear the song Shoulder to the Wheel by Saves the Day, the radio's playing Queen. Hold on, I'll play it for you. Where is it? Oh, no, okay, I'm not crazy. The radio's playing Queen. It's so funny. I have updates on the album, by the way, y'all. Um, I flew back to Montana um, over Halloween, and we recorded some vocals for the album. We're getting close. It's tantalizingly close. I would imagine sometime early next year it'll be done. Queen. I'm so hyped. We're going to get it pressed on vinyl. It's going to be a lilac and white splatter is the plan at the moment. Also, the singer for our band sent out a really cool idea today. Um, Madison needs an insulated purse. Wait, why? Oh, for the cheese. Yeah, for sure. For sure. The whole theme of the album is lilacs. And actually, I can give you a little sneak preview because the album cover is an oil painting that Madison did. So here is a really terrible photo I took of the painting she did. So yeah, this is it's like cropped weird but anyways, this is our album cover, and she did this painting like a month ago, I want to say. I'm so psyched about it. So, yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good. So, she's so talented. We don't have a date yet, but we're hoping early next year. So, we just have to finish. We've finished recording all the instruments. We got to do the rest of the vocals. We did some of the vocals a couple weeks ago, and then mixing and mastering. So, yeah. Will there be photo cards for physical? I don't know. Maybe that'd be funny. Has a Midwest emo vibe if we're talking album art. Good, because it's very like pop punk / Midwest emo. And yeah. He's also the singer for our band has already started writing for the next album, which I'm excited about. He sent out a 31-day vinyl challenge, which is going to be fun. So it's it's 31 what for every day of December. We will in our group chat post a vinyl record we own that meets whatever qualifications are required for the day. So, for example, I'll read you a couple. Day 1, White as Snow, any white vinyl. Day 2, Always Winter but Never Christmas, an album that you put on to deal with your seasonal affective disorder. Number 3, album you got at a show or a band that you wish that you could see live. Number 4, a holiday record. Number 5, most wonderful time of the year, your most positive record, etc. So I'm pretty hyped about it. So I've already started like looking through my collection to see what fits for those days, and I think it's going to be really fun for December. Dude, Eve, it is. We can enjoy some vinyl this weekend. We'll listen to some good music. I think I cracked 300 records finally. I'm pretty sure my collection's over 300 now. Let me check my Discogs. Collection. Yeah, 317. Sagiri, hello. It has been quite a while. How are ya? It's actually 3:30 or 3. Wait, hold on. I think there's a vinyl at my door right now. 1 second. This was delivered today. Any guesses before we get it open what it is? Oh, come on. Taylor Swift? No, but I do have Taylor Swift records. Ooh. Ooh, it's good. Newfound Glory original pressing. I wish. Look at that thing. Hold on. Ooh. And she's a beaut. Look at that. Man, vinyl's so cool. I know. I love it. I would say the reason I like vinyl, it's different for different people, right? Some people, I mean, if you have a good setup, it is better than digital sound quality wise. I wouldn't say that's why I listen to it. I like physically owning. It just feels like I rent music, right? Like I pay for Spotify, so I can listen to music, but I don't like own music. So I like owning music in a physical form. Like if I like the music enough, I like to just have it, right? Own your medias, yeah. And then there's also the experience of listening to it is different, right? Because a lot of times it's like, I'll playlist some songs off an album I like, but when you have to sit down and listen to the whole thing front to back, sort of as intended in that order, it's just different, right? Like it's a cool experience because I think we're pretty used to like smashing skip or shuffle or whatever. But why buy vinyl over CD? Yeah, that's fair. I like the physical format of vinyl better than CDs. So yeah, I think that's mostly what it is. Also the fact that there are like cool alternate pressings of things, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a big fan of owning physical media. So I would, a CD collection, I'm like totally. I mean, heck, if you're into cassette tapes, why not, right? Enjoy your cassette tapes. I think that one makes less sense to me because it doesn't sound as good, but like, dude, it's cool. But yeah, I think there definitely is a factor to vinyl that draws people in where it's like, it's because it looks cool, right? If I wanted to burn music, like burning music onto a CD is much more doable than pressing it onto vinyl. Vinyl pressing is expensive. Like for reference, the cost to me, I think of getting 100 vinyl records of my band's album made is like $2,000 for 100 records. Obviously, that goes down at scale, right? So if I wanted 400, that'd probably be like $2,800, right? Because they have to make a metal inverse of the record to smash a squishy puck of literal vinyl in order to make the record. So like that costs a lot to machine those things. But then, so the average person can't do it. You're going to spend a lot of money to have someone else do it. But burning a CD, yeah, totally. You could totally do that at home. And I have. Oh boy, have I. If you want to create a digital library, I would definitely go with CD if I was trying to convert my library into digital. It's more that I'll be like, I like this album a lot. So like my vinyl collection is not one-to-one representative of my digital music habits or collection, right? Like those are kind of two separate things. For instance, I listen to a lot of jazz on vinyl, but I don't listen to a lot of jazz digitally for whatever reason. Something about the media, I'm like, I want to put on some jazz, right? But you probably can't. If you have a collection of music, you probably would run into copyright issues. Like if I had an album I really liked and I asked someone to press it onto vinyl for me, they probably wouldn't because I don't own the rights to that. But burning it onto CDs, yeah, totally. Like no one could say boo about that. One thing a lot of people do though is they'll use Plex, which is a locally hosted server. And so you can just have digital copies stored locally rather than on the cloud. And that's also like owning your own media. That's a good way to do that too. So then you can you can even access your Plex server outside your house if you've got it port forwarded correctly and all that. Do you have something playing on vinyl most of the time at your home? I did before I moved, but nowadays, because I live in a much bigger house and I'm downstairs and my record player's upstairs, I don't. But when I had, blasting the Wicked soundtrack tomorrow, there was a period where I had a record player in my office and I was always listening to something then. Whatever I do is for myself and not to share. Right. Totally. And there's nothing illegal about pressing something onto vinyl for yourself, but I think most companies would see it as they can't be sure you're not going to resell those records, so they probably wouldn't do it for you. There's some companies that will make a PVC vinyl for you out of anything you want. Like for instance, for like a wedding, like the song we played at our wedding or a playlist that was played at our wedding, they'll make a one-off, but those PVC records are not very durable. You can probably only listen to them like 10 or 15 times before they break down. So they're more just like a keepsake than like an actual way to listen to your media. Yeah, exactly, Snoopy. But so there are companies that will do PVC vinyl for you. But those will degrade really fast. So it's not a good archival format. And vinyl itself is not a great archival format in the long run, right? Like it is in the sense that it's physical, but every time you listen to a record, you're degrading it a little bit. So they have a shelf life. And like you can't stack them. They'll squish each other. You can't get them too hot or too cold. They're really heavy and hard to move. So in general, like, a 4 terabyte spinning disk hard drive can fit so much more music than, the back of my truck in terms of vinyl. Yeah, it warps. Yeah. So it can get water damaged, lots of things. One thing I do know though is that a lot of artists, a decent amount of the revenue they make is off of vinyl sales. So it's a good way to support artists that you like is buying their merchandise, buy their shirts, buy their records, whatever. If you really like them. So that's part of why I do it too. I love the Wonder Years. They're one of my favorite bands of all time. So I like supporting them by buying stuff that they made, Cassettes, y'all, tiny and cute and stuff. That's true. I was thinking maybe a Plex server and owning music. I like that idea. You can put movies on a Plex server. You can put music on a Plex server, TV shows, whatever. It's a really good archival tool. Plex is awesome. And you can have your friends access your Plex server as well. A friend of mine has his Plex server shared with me, which is really cool. So I can access stuff. All right. Guys, I'm almost 2 hours into this stream, and I've done almost a single stabilizer. How awesome is that? I bumped my... So, for context, my wife works late on Thursday nights. She does... Basically, it's urgent care on Thursday nights. But I started stream early because I would like to be done before she gets home so I can hang out with her. So we'll see. She usually gets home 7:30 or 8. The new lulz. Dude, that guy doesn't stream that much these days. Even for games, although it pains me to say buying a PS5 is the only way to get physical. Yeah, I know. They you open it up and there's a code in there. Yeah, it's true. But even then, even if you own a physical copy of a game, if it's a live service game and it can't connect to the servers anymore, like oh, what was that game? What was that stupid game that Sony released that died within a week? Concord, right? Like, they just were like, this game sucks. We're going to shut the servers down. Xbox box is weird about it. Even with discs for Xbox games, you have to download the disc contents in order to play. I mean, I think part of that is that games are so massive now that it doesn't really make sense to fit them on a disc. Like, when I downloaded Black Ops, it was almost 200 gigabytes, and you're not fitting that on a DVD. Remember back in the day, I remember Star Wars Battlefront 2 came on 6 CDs when I had to install it on PC. You would sit there with the installer, and if a single one of your 6 CDs was scratched, sorry, you're not getting this game installed. And then, when I was in high school, I saw that they had re-released it, and it was on a single DVD, and I was so blown away by the fact that they fit the entirety of the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 onto a single DVD that I rebought it just to have that as a backup, which is hilarious. Final Fantasy 17 is huge, but it came on 2 discs, and this is a compromise I'm willing to make. Fair enough. Dude, was it LA Noire, the Xbox game, where it'd be like, continue on disc 2, and you'd have to take the disc out of your Xbox and put in another disc to keep playing the story? I forgot about that until just now. Insert disc 5, dude. I know, like a 6-disc install has so many opportunities for things to go wrong. Speaking of Final Fantasy, there's a Final Fantasy Magic set coming out, and I know for a fact that Vanessa's getting in on that. Final Fantasy VII was a lot of discs, if I recall. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. Ever. And I don't know if I should. You're so ready? Let's go. Let us gar. You never finished one. Okay, fair. It's more and more happening. Companies are taking... Yes! We were talking about that earlier. About... And Amazon has been rescinding movie purchases. Like, if you digitally owned a movie, they are pulling your license to watch that movie. So, that ain't cool. But you know what? I can always listen to the Wonder Years on my record player. Funimation 2. Is Funimation a company? Everything online is licensed. Yeah, well, and that's one of the annoying things about the new Black Ops game is that the campaign requires you to be connected to the internet. So If you get disconnected, it just boots you out of the campaign, which is stupid. Oh, anime stuff. Okay. Dude, so there's a service called Movies. I think it's called Movies Anywhere or Movies Everywhere, one of the two. But basically what it does is, I didn't realize this, but like, if say you buy a movie off of Amazon, oftentimes what will happen is Amazon doesn't own the movie, as in they didn't produce the movie. Maybe like, Lionsgate, say, for instance. Lionsgate owns the rights to this movie, and they are allowing this movie to be purchased on Amazon storefront, right? So when I go to Amazon and I purchase the movie, Lionsgate issues a license for that film. And oftentimes, those licenses are actually valid across multiple streaming platforms. So this service, Movies, I think it's called Movies Anywhere. Yeah, Movies Anywhere. It basically just, you sign into all the streaming services that you use, or like the digital purchasing platforms, iTunes, Amazon, whatever, and then it just collects all of your licenses and syncs them across as many of the platforms as possible. So if I buy something on Amazon, it can show up on my iTunes and vice versa. And it's on a per studio basis. So some studios participate in this and some studios don't. But the cool thing is, it has family settings. So my dad and I have synced all of our accounts. So when he buys something, it shows up on mine and vice versa. But I will say, while that is awesome, since I've been on a bit of a horror kick recently and watching a lot more horror movies, I've had to like text my mom and be like, "Hey, that movie that just showed up on your TV, please don't watch it. Please, you're not going to like it. It's not going to be fun for you. Just don't watch it." She's so funny. I can't remember what she watched, but she watched something once that I bought, and she was like, "That was so terrible." And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I forgot that you would see that and be like, oh, that sounds fun," and it was not fun. It was a movie too. It was a horror movie with I wish I could remember what it was, but it had like a classic setup where everything's all good and then everything gets bad. And she was just like not having it. Do you like sci-fi? I love sci-fi. Yeah. Yeah. A 65? Yes, it is. It's a really cool 65 too. It has a slider on it, which is pretty rare. Pandorum. It's a sci-fi spoopy movie. Okay, I love spooky sci-fi. Annihilation is one of my favorite movies. I've been watching. I didn't know they put sliders on keyboards. Yeah, yeah. So there's a slider on this side right here. Right now, it just controls like the underglow, which I think is really cool. Time lapse of the future, a journey to the end. Okay, I'm gonna save this YouTube video. We will watch this later. 100 million views. Dang, dude. I've never seen this, and it's got 100 million. Okay. We're going to save this to watch later. Thank you. Such good. Okay, cool. Dude, I've also been starting to watch more anime recently. A friend of mine recommended Violet Evergarden, which I've been enjoying. Let's see, what else have I watched? Madison's really into Solo Leveling, and I've been watching that with her. Best sounding Switch. That's a really tough... I don't know. I really like Zykos for both feel and sound. I don't know. We also watched Delicious in Dungeon, which was kind of fun. Got to go with Oil Kings. So I'm actually using Oil Kings today. That is the switch we are using for this build, which is cool. There's no best sounding. Yeah, it's all subjective. Also, I'm a sucker for a keyboard full of foam, so they all start to sound the same at that point. Okay. Look right there. I got some Oil Kings. We're just going to do some stab testing. Ergo clears? I have some of those too. Yeah, I got some on Mech Market. Also, we need some keycaps for testing. We're going with GMK Terminal. Ergo clears are an old school switch. They're an old school cherry switch. Yeah. World Trigger? Okay. Multi-universe sci-fi components. People use text and fight. That sounds great. Trimming those stems. So someone else had done that for me, which was nice. Anything is better than blue? Dude, that's true. My first ever mechanical keyboard I bought was MX Blues because I didn't know anything. But I don't use those anymore. Also has a capybara? Okay. Oh, I think this is upside down. Let's see, GMK. Oh, yep. That's, see, here's how you know this is legitimate GMK. If this was a duplicate or a ripoff set, these would all be perfectly laid out in the tray and they wouldn't be all helter-skelter like this. So this is nice. This is a good verification that this is an authentic product. This is what you want to look for when you open GMK product, okay? So, just so you know. Also, the trays disintegrating into dust, getting all over your keycaps, that's also the other thing you want to watch out for. So, yeah, this is a good product. You can eat the packaging. I have photos that I took of Meepergon eating packaging. Yes, they just sort of crap out the keycaps directly into a tray, and that's how you know. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a little bit of extra help on these stabs, but that's all right. Yep. If you don't cough a little when you pick up the package, yeah, that's true. If you don't get TB, if you don't get popcorn lung from your trays, then it's not real GMK. Yeah. Spacebar needs a little help. I think I need to reload my syringe as well. I am curious if it's partly because I'm using 1.6 mil stabs. I hope that's not the case. One thing we can do is we can bring back the People's Champion, the Band-Aid mod. Man, I hate that mod. Or not the Band-Aid mod, but we can put some pads underneath here. I have a kit of emergency supplies of all ilk and hues from across my career keyboarding. Some of these are relics, dude. Relics of the past. Like, for instance, here's one. Have you ever seen this before? These things? These are for removing the tops of switches that are soldered in without having to take the switches out. They work like 20% of the time. Let's see. Band-Aids, switch film. We got some moleskin. Oh, here we go. These things. Yes. This will fix it. Okay. This is my old frog case. Put the pads on the bottom instead. Here's the other thing I do. I think, I don't know of anybody else who does this, but To me, it just makes sense. I use Cryotox 205 grade 2 in a syringe. The only difference between the grades is the viscosity. So this is a much thicker lube. And so it doesn't just sort of like dissipate when you put it into a switch. So I just fill up a syringe with it and then inject it into the housings, and it works great. I don't use BDZ for that. I know a lot of people do, and I don't have a problem with that, but I just have found that it's a lot cheaper, and it works just as well to use Cryotox 205 grade 2. Part of the reason is that I think the license for grade 2 has not been purchased by a keyboard company. Yeah, right? You can just get this stuff on Amazon. I think this is like $12 for a tube this size, and I've had this my entire career, and I've never run out. So, all right. So I think I'm still gonna put these on the top because I just need to take up that space underneath, and putting them on the bottom isn't going to gap them at all. But I will use tweezies. Don't let Big Keyboard hear of this, or they'll start selling it at 2x the cost. Now, this is unsubstantiated, so someone might need to fact check me on this. But I'm pretty sure the reason Cryotox is so expensive is because the key company purchased the rights to Cryotox grade 0. So even if you were buying it from someone else, TKC got a cut. Someone will have to fact check me on that, but that was the rumor that I heard. Which I don't know what's happening now that TKC is shutting their doors. But that's what somebody told me. That could all be hearsay. Key Cult? No, I did not mention Key Cult. That is interesting, though. Anybody? Yeah, the key company, TKC. Anybody getting in on the Novel Keys X Key Cult stuff? I saw that and I was just like, okay. Anyways. Not for me. I'm not the target audience for this. I do like Novel Keys. I know some people don't, and that's okay. You're well within your right to not like them. But I do. I think they're good for the hobby. And they have not scammed the way a lot of people have scammed. And that is great. 600, yeah, yes. The TKX Key Cult I'm not going to purchase, but... Or NKX Key Cult, but... Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't have anything against NK, but I'm definitely not about the Key Cult. Yeah, me neither. Dude, Prezi won a Key Cult. That would be cool. To own a Key Cult that you won, that would be sick. The Teja types secret. NK has saved many of the failed group buys. They have. Them and Canon Keys. I have a ton of respect for Canon Keys. Okay, so I've put in the pads. Let's see if that has improved. Oh, dramatically. Dramatically improved. So it's definitely the PCB thickness that's causing this issue. That's good to know. I'll still do a dab of this. Cool. I think the rest of the noise I'm hearing is coming from the other stabs still kind of being rattly, so let's fix them real quick. I think 3 of my group eyes were saved by novel keys. That's sick. Which is funny since he brought with him to Keep Life. Yes, I saw that. That was so cool to see. Oh, you know what? Let me post on social real quick. I forgot that I do that. So everyone's going to get a notification that they're like, Interloper posted for the first time in a long time. Yeah, right? This is classic Patty behavior. The midstream social media post, I love it. How do I... Wait. How do I do a link again? Oh, here we go. There we go. I did it. I don't know how to use Instagram. They change it so often. Same. Sick. This is sounding really good. All right, let's do the rest of these pads. And then I'll probably just pop them off if I get the new stabs and feel like it. But honestly, these are doing fine for now. I need to go through the remaining inventory of unbuilt keyboards and make sure that my stabilizer stock lines up with them, you know? Bum, 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 bum. Is it just me, or does it seem like the keyboard landscape looks very different right now, both in terms of content creators and keyboards? Like, I don't know. I'm still pretty connected given that I edit for Patty, so I see a lot of the new stuff that's coming out. And there's just this like arms race. It was like an arms race to the bottom of the budget brackets. But now it's like, okay, we've made it to what seems to be the bottom, which is like sub $100 keyboards. Now, how many like features can we start building into those to just keep adding on? So it's like everything is ball and catch. Everything's got a screen. Everything's got X, Y, or Z, you know? And it's like, it's cool, but it's made it so hard to have stuff to recommend because it's like, man, wait 10 minutes and there'll be a cheaper keyboard that does more and sounds shockingly good for the price range. It's very interesting to watch. Like I don't know. Screens kill me. Yo, what's up, Muffin? It's good to see you, dude. I'm not a big fan of screens on keyboards except for one, and it's a board I'll be building soon that I'm really excited about. So I'm not going to spoil what that is, but it's I'm excited to finally get it built. I've had it for a long time. Only screen I was into was the Corsa. Do you have a Corsa? I don't have any Matrix boards. Been a minute? Dude, it has. I hope you've been well. You've been cooking, dude. I've been seeing some awesome keycaps you've been making. I'm always impressed because I feel like I burn out of streaming pretty fast. And streaming is nothing compared to how hard it is to make artisans. And yet, all my artisan friends are still out here just absolutely cooking with grease. It's been on my desk since the group buy fulfilled. Let's go, dude. How do you like it? I feel like, to me, matrix boards are kind of like a board that I feel like I just assume they're really good quality, you know? New job giving me more free time, so a lot I want to do. Let's go, my dude. I got a custom plate from Cafage and Milmax to PCBs. Oh, let's go. Okay. By the way, for any pop punk fans out there, Neck Deep's self-titled album that came out this summer, holy moly. That's what this song is. It's so good. Only matrix board you own is a Corsa? Okay. I have such a cool pressing of this album. Okay. One more little pad, and then I think we're good. How did I end up with an odd number of pads on this sheet at some point? I must have ruined one. Well, I guess I'll keep the extra in case I ruin another one. There's a story here, but that's a story of incompetence, I believe. Ah. Okay. Bedtime for me? Yeah, it's late for you. Thanks for hanging out. That was fun. I'm excited to see you guys soon. I'll be online, I'm sure, a few more times before then, but good to see you, and I'm sure we'll play some Magic too. Have a good night. Okay. I think the stabs are stabbed. The torch is lit. Let the games begin. All right, and we can address the remaining stabilizer tunings later. The cat is looking too comfy. Dude, you got to squish the cat. I can't tell you how many times my wife and I will be away from home and we'll be like, I got to squish the cat right now. I love Fall Out Boy. So good. Except for their newer stuff. Y'all, what are y'all's take on the new Linkin Park? I'm curious. Is it good? I'm kind of neutral. I haven't listened to it. Gotta squeeze the cat. Gotta squish the cat. It's like stick your face on it and you know, that's what I like. That's what I like to do. Go bother it. They haven't made a bad Linkin Park. I'm trying to think. I think I didn't enjoy the something Sons, whatever. Got a motorboat the cat, exactly. What is the name of the one? Oh no, Fall Out Boy, not Linkin Park. Oh, Fall Out Boy has definitely made a bad album in my opinion. Whatever that purple album was, I hated. But I don't know. It wasn't like I didn't find it like offensive. My band did a podcast episode, Thousand Suns, that's what it was, where we reviewed every um Fall Out Boy album, and that was our collective least favorite. Ooh, I forgot I got an FR4 plate. I love FR4 plates. I think it's my favorite plate material. Mania takes a while to warm up to. Okay. I'll have to give it another chance because my only context for Mania was I listened to all of their albums straight through back to back to back to back. And so by the time I got there, I was like, what is this? You know, because I'm coming fresh off of like Foil Adieu. And I don't know. It was contextually hard for me to make the switch. I was also in a Taco Bell drive-through the entire time I was listening to that album, and I was very impatient, so that didn't help. I will fully admit that my mood was not alleviated by the Taco Bell drive-through. All right. We got Oil Kings. We got an FR4 plate. It threw me off too, but my sister swear by it, so I kept trying. Okay, I'll give it another listen. Also, have y'all heard the new Poppy album? Holy moly. It's insane. Poppy was on the new Knocked Loose album. And then she put out an album like over the weekend or late last week. That was outrageous. I've also been really digging the new Tyler the Creator album. I like it a lot. Chromacopia. I like Tyler. Yeah, Poppy is you've probably seen Poppy around. Like she's like this really small blonde girl who has this very like robot-like persona, and you've probably seen her YouTube videos where she's like, "Hi, I'm Poppy," and just like says weird off-putting things in that persona. You mean Rose? She's Poppy. I know there was some controversy with her. Oh, I can't remember. Someone she was working with, Mars Argo or something like that. But she put out this insane album that's really good. It's pretty diverse, but it gets like insanely heavy. And it's pretty impressive. Like it's definitely like Knocked Loose levels of just like thrash. What's the mounting style? It's, I believe, gasket mount. Also, I haven't spoiled it yet, but let's look. This is the Color Shift LE. It's not showing up very well on camera. Hold on. It's a little easier to see here. It's like sparkly, and it changes color based on how you tilt it. This is a limited edition run that was for content creators. And I am very fortunate to have one. Neon R2, ooh, that would be good. I'm doing Terminal on this, but it's very cool, but I've been struggling to find a set to match with it, you know? So maybe Neon. Neon actually is a great idea. I like Neon a lot. But yeah, no, I think these are the gaskets here. Yes. So it's a classic gasket. It do be like that. I do think the green they have is really clean. Which, by the way, go to Keepfront, use code BRET at checkout. I believe it's a discount, actually. And they're having a sale right now. They're 3-year sale. So you can get this board if you want. They also have switches, other such things. Oh, thanks. Thanks, my guy. Wait, why does that not link to their website? That's crazy. I think !affiliates will get you my affiliate list with the codes. I have a couple. There we go. Space Holdings and Keepfront. Both of them I have. Use code BRET at checkout. Dude, Oil Kings are so classic. You know? Can I send you a foot key? Yeah. What's going on there? What are we doing? I still haven't printed out that keyboard you told me about. Oh, I know what you're talking about, actually. Yeah, like a foot switch keyboard. Okay, yes. Yes, you can. Beige, how you been, my guy? Thanks for having me on your podcast. By the way, if you didn't know, I'm I don't know if it's a podcast is the right term, because it's more produced than that. It's more nicely produced than a podcast. But I was on Beige Lad's program, and it was very fun. Thank you for having me. It was very enjoyable. It smells like furt. Is that like feet plus fart? Makes sense. Dude, yeah, seriously, that was a good conversation. Beige Lad's just easy to talk to. He's real chill. So thank you. Whoa. I wish it was more accessible. The show, we could add a command to link it. Because that would be fun to link that episode. The software I use corrupted Stacy's? No way. Yeah, podcasting software. Interesting. What happened? I was fine. I didn't have any issues. Oh, you mean it corrupted the video, not that it like put a virus on her machine. Oh, okay. I see. What I've just been doing, honestly, is because I've done a couple interviews, I'll just do a Discord call, and then I'll use OBS to record it. And that's been working fine. Because I've done, I think, 3 interviews now for YouTube projects I'm working on, and that's how I've done all of them, is just OBS recording Discord. The nice thing with that is you can get separate audio tracks for each person too. So you can cut yourself out if you're talking over your guest, which I tended to do. So that was really nice to help recover some of that. Yo, 3D. I'm doing great. How are you? I am back. I have a little space in my schedule these days, so I'm trying to build some of my backlogged keyboards. So I'm running into an issue right now where the stab wires are hitting the foam. I put in the plate foam, but it doesn't, the cuts are kind of odd for the stab wires. And it's causing the stab to return weirdly. I'm trying to fix this by just pushing the foam back with my tweezers. But that may not be... Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a couple spots where that's exacerbated. Interesting. I might need to... That's unfortunate. All right. We're going to have to pull the switches out and cut the foam. I might actually just be able to do the whole plate at once. We back for good? I don't know what for good means. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to break something. That is unfortunate. I was stupid and I pushed forward even though I thought that might happen. But it is what it is. Glad it's hot swap. Oh, come on. Sometimes, dude, I swear. Sometimes pulling switches is like... It's like pulling teeth, am I right? Imagine if your teeth could be replaced this easily. Why did I say that? I don't like speaking that out now that I'm talking about that. I hate that. That was not cool of me. I'm sorry. Let's think about something else. You had 2 teeth replaced and it is not that easy? Good. It's probably good that I have 2 fake teeth that are most certainly not hot swap. I mean, I guess they're more hot swap than all the rest of my teeth. I have titanium pins in my skull that I have ceramic teeth attached to. Be like a status symbol to have Alps teeth, right? Oh, I'm sorry. You have OG cherry teeth. Ooh, MX Blues. Ooh, that guy's not invited to dinner. He's gonna be crunching, you know. Zaku's teeth. Oh, okay. All right, let's talk. You know. Kale chalk teeth, brother. Did you spring swap your OG cherry teeth? Hello, Patty. Hi, good to see you. Has anyone ever told you that you kind of look like Ewan McGregor? No. No. That is the first time I've heard that. I also have not had facial hair for most of my life, so that might be part of it. We'll give him a little... Why, hello there. Was that convincing? Not at all. Dude, Ewan McGregor, that man, he looks so good for it. I mean, he just doesn't age badly. What the fart? How are you doing, Patty? Well, you kind of look like Ewan McGregor right now. That is, I will take that. That is high praise. When I was like 14 or 13 and I worked at I must have been more like 15 or 16. I was told all the time that I looked like like Paul Walker. Some deranged swim teacher told me that I looked like Paul Walker. Oh, you've been lurking since the beginning? Let's go. Silhouetto had a nap. Yes, I do be interloping. I'm back. But couldn't talk until now since I was raiding. Let's go. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. I see you in more than Paul. Yeah, that's true. Okay, so here's the issue. This foam is interacting negatively with this wire, and I'm sure it's happening here too. So our two options are either to cut out the foam or to not use the foam. But I think I'm just going to cut it. We interloping to Montana Yellowstone? Dude, if you do, I'm not there. I don't live there no more. No. Don't do it, Insty. Just don't get into any Porsches to be safe. That's fair. Let's try no foam. Yeah, I think you're right. We'll let the board breathe. We'll let it have its cheeks out. You know? It'll go to the beach, get a little sand in its crack. Right? That does mean I need a plate fork, though. Hold on. Where did I... Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy the breeze. Guys, have you seen... I'm sure you have. If you're here... No pants boxes, only for the keyboard. Yeah, dude, it's gotta be... We're big chillin'. The Alvea stream was so freaking fun. I ended up, YouTube just auto-played a bunch of other streamers going on the Alveus tour. And I gotta say, I was like, that's my streamer. Patty was so, friendly and not screaming and crying about the bugs like Fan, and, it was great. And all the comments are very positive. I was just like, let's go, represent. So that was really fun to see. So very, very cool. And also Skara seems like a homie. I like Skara. Fan is so funny. But I was like, I don't understand being that afraid of bugs. You know? Skara always seemed like a good guy. Yeah, for real. I showed the beetles on my stream a few times. Do you have pet beetles? I love beetles. He was being so unhinged. He was being a very good level of unhinged. You know? My mom collects them from time to time. I like that. The big ones? Let's go. I had a yellow submarine. I had a friend when I was in college who she was from Japan, and she used to catch Goliath beetles in Japan, and she showed me they would have them on a string and fly around like a pet, which is really cool. I didn't realize they had giant beetle pets in Japan, but that's pretty rad. We would do that with June bugs. I encountered my first June bug this summer. And let me tell you, it did scare the crap out of me because it hit my face. I was sitting on the porch reading a book, and it just flew into my face, and then it fell into my lap and started hissing. And I was just like, what on earth is this? And listen, I'm not going to admit to it, but I panicked a little bit. If you ask the right person. But if you ask me, I didn't. I was cool. I was calm and collected. And then my cat got very interested, so I decided to catch it. And so it's in my freezer now. So, of all the places it flies into my face. I know, dude. It was so rude. But it is a cool bug. It kind of looks like a watermelon. You know, it's got kind of a stripy shell. It was really neat. Yeah, I put them in a little jar and put them in the freezer for science. because I wanted to show him to my parents because they were coming to visit me the next week, and he's still in there. I actually am curious if it lived or not. I kind of doubt it. I would be surprised, but yeah, I put them in a little, actually in one of these containers that I keep my switches in, and then toss them in the freezer. I used to do that. Do you guys remember I had a Black Widow as a pet for like 2 years, and I used to have to put her in the fridge when I needed to clean her jar, because she would get really excited when I would open the lid because she was used to me like bringing her flies, but I didn't want her to get out, and so I had to get her to slow down a little bit, and so I would just put her in the fridge for like 20 minutes, and then she would get slow, and then I could like take her out and clean her jar without her getting all jiggy with it and running all over the place. Because it was in an office building, and it's not really super cool to have a spider running around in the office. So I also got banned off YouTube because of that spider, because I used to live stream the jar 24/7, but one weekend the little lights I had set up died, and so the stream was just pitch black for like an overnight, and YouTube was like, hey, you're wasting our server time by streaming nothing overnight, so we're just gonna ban your account. Fortunately, it was my work email account, so that one's banned off of YouTube, but the like my actual YouTube account is fine. But yep, anyways, it was a cool spider though. It was hard to catch bugs over the winter to feed to it though. That was the biggest issue. So all my coworkers would pitch in and help catch things, and so anyways, it was a good group activity. They could have just turned off your stream on their I know. What a wild tidbit. I can't believe I have not mentioned this. Oh, and it died because I left for Singapore, and I asked my coworker to take care of her, and he forgot about her in the freezer over the weekend. And she technically survived, but she never had the energy to eat again after that, which was devastating because she was super cool, and I kept her alive for 2 years, and then she died due to negligence, and I was beside myself. Dude, Black Widows are so cool. First of all, it's kind of a myth. I mean, if you get bit by a Black Widow, it's gonna hurt, but it's more like getting stung by a scorpion. Like, no one's died from a Black Widow bite in quite a while. And they're just super interesting spiders. Like, it's super fun to feed them and watch them eat. Their abdomens are, they look like raisins when they're hungry. So their abdomens will sort of shrivel up and get really wrinkly. And that's how you know it's time to feed them. And then you feed them and they just inflate back up. Like, it's like goes from grape to raisin and back during their feeding cycles, which is super cool. And yeah, I don't know. They're just really interesting spiders. Like, it's awesome to watch a bug hit their web and then they come running out and they spin it all up really fast. And, you know, seeing that type of thing up close is really cool. So, I don't know. But my coworkers, a couple of them were very scared of her. So I understand, like, having a Black Widow in captivity in the office is not, like, I don't know. I was young. It's probably not the coolest thing I could have done. But anyways, you live and you learn, right? Now I just have June bugs in the freezer, I guess. So. Hello, human resources. I did not sign up to share an office with this bug. Actually, one of my coworkers just wouldn't go into my office. She was so scared of it, which is fair. I mean, they're kind of a scary looking spider. Like, I'm going to be real, the scream I would have screamed if I ran into one in, like, the crawl space of my house. That's a different context. Like, having a Black Widow in a jar, there's, like, a power dynamic there that I'm much more comfortable with than if I run into one, you know, in the basement of my house. That I'm on their turf at that point. And you know, I actually had that thought recently. I was getting some camera gear out of there's a little, like, kind of nook behind me, And the spiders here in Oregon are quick with it. And so if you walk away for, a weekend, they'll have webs back up over the doorway, because they're out here big game hunting, right? They're trying to catch, realistically, probably me, right? They're like, this big dum-dum keeps walking through this perfect trap. Let's set up a web here. Which, fair. But then I had a realization. I went back there to get something, and I was like, dude, they probably spend way more time in this part of the house than me. So, like, that's theirs, right? Like, squatters' rights. That's spider business happening in there. Don't let me interrupt. So, I don't know. I can only occupy so much of my house at once, and it's kind of selfish of me to, like, deny the spiders a little piece. Ooh. Got some crunchy pins on these. These are definitely used switches. Patty, when do you leave for Japan? It's in December, right? Not end of November. December 4th? Nice. Are you meeting up with anybody while you're there? Can you fit me in the suitcase? Yo, what's up, Burb? Oh, Nihon, let's go. That'll be fun. How are you, Burb? It's good to see you, my dude. Hope you're good. Bring you 3 empty ones? Hey, yo. I used to read your name as Burb Less, like Burb More versus Burb Less. But now I read your name as Burb Blessed, and I don't know when or where or how that changed in my mind, but it happens now, just so you know. Yeah, it's funny. I'm just finishing. I went to Japan like a year and a half ago, and I'm down to the last of my Japanese candy. This is the bag. This is one of the bags. This was full. I finished some of the jelly beans. This is a little strawberry gummy, which is probably not very gummy anymore. It shouldn't be rattling around like that. Viper Fizz and some matcha Kit Kats. This is all I got left. But I've been, I realized I'd been hoarding it, but it was starting to get stale. So I was like, dude, it's meant to be eaten. I'm just going to eat it. People call me burbless, but you can call me tonight. Oh, my word. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. Within arm's reach, dude. Oh, by the way, Patty, I keep forgetting to tell you this. Like a year ago, you told me about using bone broth for protein. And I've been doing that for a year, and it's been fantastic. And I have never thanked you for that tip. So thank you. That was a great suggestion. I've actually been making rice with bone broth for a long time to basically make protein rice, and that's been really good. It is a game changer, yeah. And I've been getting powdered bone broth because it's a little bit more economical. You do that too? Let's go, dude. I want to. Here's what. Ooh, okay. I'm sat. I'm sat, Patty. I'm listening. Bone broth, egg drop soup. Yes. Yes. I saw a guy who posted a recipe for this on TikTok, and I was like, I'm so doing that. Dude, I want to go down to Austin and like bring my camera, and we can like film some stuff for Patty's YouTube channel and like go to the gym. This is my dream. I like Austin. I've been to Austin twice, and I've always thought it was a cool city. You know what? One of my fondest travel memories was I went to Austin with my dad, and we rented kayaks, and we paddled them underneath the bridge that all the bats come out of. I think it's not on Congress, maybe? I can't remember. But we sat in the water and just watched bats fly out of the bridge in kayaks, and it was so rad, and I had such a great time. So 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're ever in Austin. Go watch the bats fly out of the bridge. It's very cool. Sorry, this is probably loud. I'm testing the keys. Don't mind me. Cool. We're good. Curl Up and Die. Dude, that's such a heartbreaking song. It's so good, though. Yeah, Reliant K is phenomenal. The bats are stinky. I didn't get close enough to a bat to smell its stank. That's interesting. You saw a fruit bat in Australia? Ooh, was it cute? Fruit bats are so cute. Was it huge? Yeah, yeah. Bats have a bad PR issue, you know? Okay. Yeah, for sure. Startling to see a rodent of unusual size, if you will. Yeah. Honestly, I will say when a bat, what's up, Avo? When I see a bat just like flying erratically around me, I'm always like, yee, you know. My first instinct is not mirth, right? It's kind of startling at first, for sure. All right, so this thing, I have not looked at it, a single instruction on this board. However, we're freestyling right now. And, oh, I think these are probably feats, actually, because there's only 4. So we got these things. Surely these are feats. And then we've got these things, which appear to be diffusers. And then we've got these things, which are gasket socks. I know that for sure. Big ones that look like dogs are just eating fruit are stupid cute. The diffusers. Uh-oh. Yeah, you just built one of these, right? I haven't seen that VOD yet, so we're just going to go for it. I'm going to pretend I don't know anything about the diffusers on this board. Also, hold on. Oh, you've been here since the beginning. I was going to say, Patty, like, the color I have is very cool. I got shortlisted by my guy, Alt F4 from Keepfront, which I was really psyched about. And he got me on the list for the limited edition. So, yeah, we got the sparkly black top with the PC bottom. So let's get this thing open. Diffuser. You know what? I should get that GMK Galaxy Captain Mike set. That would be perfect for this. This screw is so long. What the fart? Cosmos, that's right. Is that in group buy yet? Have I missed a group buy? Is it going on? Why Soda astrology set? I haven't seen that. Missed it? Well, there's going to be extras. I'm okay with overpaying for extras at this point. I don't want open group buys. I'm keeping my tab short. I mentioned at the top of the stream, I've only got 3 open group buys right now. 1 from Kono, 2 from Rama. Things are not looking good, bruv. I'm so beefed about this. Dude, I ordered. Okay, have I told you about the stupid thing Rama like you need another stupid thing Rama did? But GMK Flortise, Fleurtise. I think that's the one I'm most expecting to actually show up. But the so I ordered 2 Rama Karas with the intention of giving them away on stream. I got a black one and a white one. I was like, those are pretty neutral colors. I think they'd be fun for a giveaway. This was 3 years ago at this point. And then after I ordered them, I was like, you know what would be really nice to be able to throw in the extras would be that sort of mute system, like that silicone weight and that a brass weight, just to make them a little nicer. Well, they sent me those. They sent me the weight and the silicone thing because I guess those didn't change between R1 and R2. And then, so I've had those for like 2 years, but I don't have the board. So I'm just like, okay, thanks, bruv. So maybe someday, just for the fun of it, I'll give away just the weight. I don't know, man. It's like, actually, hold on. I'm so petty. I'll tell you exactly how long it's been. I have been waiting 1,218 days since I ordered those Rama boards. I have a spreadsheet that keeps track of it for me. That's how long it's been. So we're in the 4 digits, and yeah, it ain't happening. So unrelated, but might I suggest, or might I take this moment to promote Hibi boards? The Hibiki is a cool keyboard. Completely unrelated to what I was just talking about, but I do think that Hibi makes really cool boards. And I like supporting those, but that has nothing to do with what I was just talking about. Anyways, who knows? Yeah, I'm definitely... You know what? Maybe we can... you know that split flap display that I've been working on? Maybe the first thing I'll do with it is I'll put a ticker for days since last Rama shipment. That's such a waste of time. I'm not going to do that, but it'd be funny. Just got my hands on Hibi Mahjong tiles and cards. Hey, let's go. What the fart? What the freaking fart? Kimothy. Kim's Rubies. Welcome to the basement. It's been so long since I've been streaming. Hi, guys. I don't know how to act anymore. But thank you, Kimothy. Kimothy's a real one. How was your stream? What did you get up to?
Take me out to dinner.
Oh, my word. Ricky? Captain Maul. A cozy ghost? I recognize you, ghost. Oh, Matt wants a kick check. I got you, dog. Hold on. Today we're wearing the New Balance. I think they're the 9060s or 6090s. Suzu71, thanks for the follow. But they're the Age of Discovery. That's tonight's kicks. They smell... We'll give them a... Ooh, I don't know. 4 out of 10 on the stink factor. They're acceptable. But, boy, they're on the line, though, aren't they? Okay, maybe time to Lysol those out. You wear shoes indoors? This is a controversial subject, isn't it? Yes, I have... So, but here's the thing. I wear shoes indoors, but the shoes that I wear indoors never go outside. So these shoes don't leave the house. They're, you can think of them like slippers, right? And part of the reason is that I live in a rural area. So if I have nicer shoes, they're going to get dirty. So I just prefer to buy nice shoes and exclusively wear them inside. Does this please the court? Am I exonerated of crimes? I think I'm going to exonerate myself. Been looking for those shoes forever and just gave up. I got them like when they dropped and I was live on stream. It was a drumming stream, and I paused the stream just to get the shoes. That's a good idea. Indoor New Balances, dude, they're so comfy, and my feet are never cold. My little toesies are never cold. I can just sit here at my computer all day like a degenerate, and my feet don't get cold. What's not to love? Okay. Time to put in the diffusers. Now, I've heard legends that these are very easy to install, but we'll have to find out. Everybody loves cozy toesies. Don't come in here and tell me you don't, okay? And I don't like slippers. I'm also like a maniac in the sense that I don't like pajamas. I don't like pajama pants. I'm not comfortable in them. I exclusively wear jeans. If I'm awake and I'm not in bed, I'm wearing jeans. And my wife does not understand this aspect of me, and I've accepted the fact that it's not to be understood. You know, she even, like, when we got married, she was like, I don't like that you're wearing shoes in the house because it makes me feel like you're just going to bolt out the door at some point. And I was like, you know, that's a valid criticism, but this is who I am, you know? I can't be productive unless I put on non-pajamas. Yeah. I just don't feel right wearing pajamas. I don't know how to explain this adequately without being somewhat offensive, but all I'm saying is anytime I'm wearing pajama pants, I feel like a pervert. And I don't know what that says about me or how to explain that better, but that's why I can't wear them. I'm just like, I feel like this is wrong somehow. I don't know, man. Like I said, okay, listen, I don't know how to sugarcoat that, but that's just how I feel, okay? It feels wrong, man. Do you want me to sleep? Nah, dude, I sleep in the skivs. And listen, I just have this thought that, like, honestly, if I get home invaded, being in my underwear is probably a pretty good defense. No one wants a guy like a somewhat overweight keyboard enthusiast in his boxers coming at him. So I think it's probably for my benefit that I don't sleep in pajama pants. I also get really sweaty at night, which is why I'm a morning showerer. What are your thoughts on outside clothes and inside clothes? Dude, if I see someone getting on their bed whilst wearing clothes that have been outside the house, that's such an ick. That's so disgusting. Don't do that. Couch is middle ground, but bed, even if you're on top of the covers, that's so gross. Don't do it. You got to chase them naked. You got to take the drawers off. I'm not above it. Okay? If it comes down to it and if I got to drop trow to get a home invader out of my house peacefully, I'll do it. You know? I cannot get this. Okay, am I stupid? Is this actually supposed to be peeled off, this thing I've been working on for the past like 10 minutes? I do have inside sweatpants. That's fair. That's fair. I guess you got to act unhinged to get the robbers out. Dude, have I told you about the time? Dude, this is like the movies where people are just outside and come inside and get on their bed with their shoes on. That is so disgusting. To like flop onto the bed with your coat on, you know, your shoes on. Ugh. Dude, I'm gonna yarf if no way. I can't do it. That's so nasty. Do you know you were sitting, like, who knows where your cheeks have been? You know, it's not like the germs just fall off the second you walk through your door. That's crazy person behavior. I wear my shoes in the shower so they're clean. Avo probably wears goggles in the shower. Let's be honest. Oh, sorry, that was out of pocket. Can we run that back? I'm sorry, that was mean. That's why you get 2 beds in a hotel room. One's for the outside. That is actually unhinged. The rig girl will get me. I cannot get this thing off. Give me your jacket, sir. What the fart? I feel like I should not tell you guys this much about myself because I would like to remain employed by Patty, and the more mysterious I am, then the less she knows about how I actually am. You know? Dude, I cannot with this. I can't even. Is this supposed to come off? Or do I just stuff it in here? It's gotta come off, dude. There's no way. I know. You guys got me yapping. You guys got me monologuing. The Grudge. The Grudge. I've never seen The Grudge or The Ring. You missed 2.7 hours of you. Well. That's all right. That's okay. Have I had this so long that this thing fused? The adhesive strip? Surely not. Wait, you've been watching horror but not those? I know. I've been watching more modern horror stuff. I got a lot of backlog. Holy moly. I cannot do this. My earbud fell out and paused while making dinner, and I was way too hyper-focused to press play again. Best pasta I ever made. American Grudge is like a hint of scary. It's like sparkling scary. Okay, good to know. This is my middle school playlist. Hey, yo. Let's go. Ooh. Little panic. Glittery scare. We're just going to call this good. I think the adhesive came off with the backing, but... Oh, I was expecting the shh on this one. Dude, me too. The music video is just like burned into my head. Better change these kinds of things. Boys of rationality. I'm probably delayed too. I'm using the same thing Stacy Smash does. The beacon. Yeah, I think the adhesive's just way too stuck to this. Is this what y'all were dealing with on Patty's stream? Oh, and it's tearing now. Well, that makes me feel better. I'm not the only one. Okay. All right. That's going to have to be good enough. So you're supposed to... Apparently. Wait, Patty, did you see... I don't know why this... I just had to move the case and it reminded me. Did you see this? I showed Kim already. I sent her a picture while she was on stream. This magic card I pulled. It's so rad. Leave the white foggy part to help diffuse it even more. Too late. I ripped it off. Yeah, I pulled this absolute banger after my pre-release. Yeah, Foundations. It was kind of sticky under the peel. I'm so happy about this card. Little Llanowar elves. Abstract Pine, thanks for the follow. Welcome on in. All right. So that's done. I just need to get the Oh, and McFadda, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. And the Prime sub.
What's up, baby?
Dude, that's got to be a land speed record for follow to Prime speed. Holy moly. Oh, MF Kata. I said McFadda. Yo, that's a okay. You know what? That's on me. I'll hold that L. That's not great. I'm sorry. That's a hard one to recover from. Just being honest. All right, let's get this daughter board screwed in. What kind of screw are we dealing with here? Oh, no. Yep. We're going to need advanced maneuvers. Here we go. I already had that thing locked and loaded. Who knows what the last board I built was, but apparently it used that screw size. That's a dope desk mat. Thank you. Cannon Keys did a group buy just for me. Just kidding. But it's exactly my brand colors because it's the... It's funny how that works. When you directly rip off Sony for your own personal branding and then someone makes a Sony desk mat, it works pretty well for you. So would recommend using someone else's branding. But yeah, I ran through Cannon Keys. Paramore, dude, Paramore's great. I really liked Paramore's new album. A lot of my friends didn't, but I thought it was super good. Okay. Hope they got license rights to sell that. I don't think they did because it doesn't say Sony on it. So they're in the same boat as me. Freaking Cannon Keys blowing up my spot right now. Stealing the same branding I've rightfully stolen. No. Don't do that. I stole it first. Whoops. What do you expect people will use the slider for? Yeah, so I don't know. The default behavior is
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Oh, Beige Bot. Thanks for the Prime, baby Beige Bot. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the default behavior is the backlight. But yeah, I'm not sure. You could, I mean, it could be like Windows volume. It could be, you could use auto hotkey to do a lot of things with it. Like I could use it to dim the lights in my room with an auto hotkey script pretty easily. So let me check. Let me get this other screw in and then check PCB alignment. Any ratchet people here that grew up with R&B, hip hop, and hi-fi music? I always feel some type of way because none of my spec points went into songs. I have a Space Cables link. I have a Space Cables link and a if you do exclamation point affiliates. Oh, hold on. All right, I'm back. My wife called. You know how it is. She wanted to know if I wanted any fried chicken. Oh, Kimothy, can you stream more often, please? You know what? Just for you, yes. Yes, I will. MIDI interaction? Yeah, that's true. Kim, you have to come out and snowboard first, though. The layer function is really good for editing. Okay. Well, then that means Patty can expect a 50% reduction in edit time for me now. I do think it would be kind of fun to live stream my editing. I don't know. Someone mentioned that earlier. It could be kind of fun. But I don't know. You're supposed to. Hey, listen. I think I'm going to be back. I don't know. I don't want to make promises that I'm not going to keep because I know nothing for certain. But we want to go back to Montana, and we're thinking about maybe like 3 years from now is about when we'll be wanting to move back. So it'll probably happen. QK next? I think so. I think it was next. Yeah. But if it changed, let me know. I might not have it done till Monday because Eve is in town. So, just as a heads up. That's right. Okay, cool. Do you know when the group bite ends? Because I can try to squeak it in this weekend if it needs to be done soon. For sure. We do. Eve has visited me in both states now. You arrive at dawn. No, you don't. You arrive at 1. You're handing her off to me, though. So I understand, but it'll be good. 1 p.m. is dawn for us. Okay, we're almost done here, y'all. Let's just double check everything still works. Bought persimmons yesterday because of you. Dude, persimmons are pretty rad, dude. My wife is a big fan of persimmons. Okay. Ooh, okay. So you can see right now the slider is mapped to... Actually, let's turn the lights off so you can see better. Nice, huh? Very good. Yeah, right? It's pretty rad. Okay. Let's put the slider on. There we go. Oh, it's got a set screw. We should probably set that. Oil Kings and RGB. Name a worse duo. We're going to find out. We've got the no foam special. There we go. And then we'll get the knob. Says screw on this too, yeah. Okay. Nice. And this is a declicked and unlimited encoder. So it doesn't have, sometimes they'll have little clicky stops and sometimes they'll have a hard top and bottom or limits on them, but this one does not. All right, let's put the feet on. Dude, Eve sent me the biggest cake I've ever seen. She sent me a king cake. And, dude, I ate on that thing for like 3 days and then ended up sending it to work with my wife so that her coworkers could help because I was like, this is so much. I cannot fathom how big this is. And there's a baby in here somewhere. It's crazy. It was so good, though. Thank you again for that. That was so very kind. Dude, the amount of delicious things that Eve has given me is insane. Yeah, there's a baby in there. It's just a little plastic baby. Just Jay chilling in there. Yeah, a few. I think there was like multiple. Not just a single baby. Yeah, I did. I thought it was like a lottery where it was like, yo, I got a baby in my cake. Apparently some cakes have multiple babies. Or am I wrong on that too? Did I swing it too far the other way? Did I take my assumption incorrectly from one side to the other side? That's possible. If you find the baby, you have to make the cake for next year, I believe, right? You ate cake while watching Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. Did anybody share my experience with that fight where you sat there watching Netflix buffer and then it unbuffers just long enough for me to see Mike Tyson's butt cheeks in the locker room and then just go back to buffering? Because that was my experience. Dude, I was so stunned. I was just sitting there like, excuse me? Is that what's happening right now? Mike Tyson kissed a guy on the cheek and then turned around and just, dude, the moon was out. And I just sort of froze. I didn't really know what to process. And then the fight was bad. So that's my story. Oh boy. The fight played pretty smoothly for me. No kissing. Wait, the fight buffered for you, but you didn't see the butt cheeks? Did I make that? There's no way that's very interesting. I don't think I could show them on stream. I'm pretty sure. But otherwise I would. Cuz I need the people who didn't see it to know. Expecting unexpected with Mike. For real though. For real. Dude, it was like 2 loaves of bread back there. He was like wearing chaps with no butt on them or something. And I was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it was funny too because you could see like the camera guy panicking and trying to pan up as fast as he can. Because I don't think anybody knew that Mike's pants didn't have a back on him. Like you could tell the guy was like, because they were live. Dude, like, it was so funny. I was dying. But also confused. It definitely was like pretty breathtaking, you know? And, you know, I'm a butt cheek aficionado, but mostly for frogs. And so the total out of nowhere cheek, I don't know, man. 60-year-old retired champion. Boxer cheeks are our news, dude. Safe link, just bread. I'm not showing this on stream, but yo, that exists. That's chat, and Dan Clancy, when you see this, this is bread, okay? This is 2 loaves of bread and have no correlation to anything that was live streamed on Netflix within the last week, okay? I just think we should appreciate this person's baking prowess for a moment. I don't know what this tweet up here has to do with anything, but yeah, pretty good. Nice work. Some good gluten development. Okay, let's finish this keyboard. Oh my word. KeyFriend's gonna come in here and be like, this is the last time I did that. Better not be against TOS. I'm gonna fight that ban. I swear. If I get, you know what? If I get a 7-day for that, okay. I just took 5 months off. Nice try, Dan Clancy, if that is your real name. I like, in my headcanon, he's like personally watching and banning every streamer who gets banned. Dude, the absolute chaos of the dust in this. I mean, granted, it doesn't help that, like, UPS just, like, drop kicks everything you give them, but still. We are in shambles, this GMK container. Mike Tyson in his prime would have actually murdered Jake Paul. Yeah. Yeah. I just hope that, like, okay, here's my takeaway. I'm not surprised, A. B, his contract was definitely not in his favor, but you could sort of tell by the interview he gave with a child how grim that interview he was, where he was like, I don't care about my legacy. I'm going to be dead. Why do I care? You can kind of see where his head's at, where he was just like, I do not care if I lose this fight. And then I think, but what I hope comes from this is that people don't show up to the next Jake Paul fight. Yo, Gio, what's up, my guy? Like, I hope that people aren't fooled again, because until Jake fights a legitimate fighter his age, like, he shouldn't be getting any more airtime or eyeballs. You know, like, this is not, I don't know, whatever. Good boxing is hard to find. I honestly don't watch boxing. No need to elaborate, full stop. I hope people don't show up to this fight. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Ooh, actually, we've only got one upside down keycap in this tray. So this might not be a legitimate keycap set if not everything was in disarray. Amazon, am I a joke to you? They box all day. All right. I don't like the universe where a grifter like him makes money. Yeah. Okay. Now we need some arrow keys. I mean, that one loss in his 8-1 record he fought was an actual fighter still in his prime. All the other wins, he challenged people. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. The thing that annoys me is that he's good at being a grifter, right? That's, I think, what bugs me the most. And he's getting away with it. Exactly, yeah. He'll call it off if it's not in his favor. Okay, let's go with uh home and end and delete. How about delete here? End right here. And then home. Yeah. That's too tall. Do we have a shorter home? The home at home, if you will. Where is it? I blame Patty's chat for the fact that I constantly am saying, what the fart? Because I never used to say that before. And now I can't stop. I don't see another home key. That's not our fault? What do you mean? Oh, just Cuppo? Oh, okay. Dude, Cuppo, I should start keeping track, but I think Cuppo has made it into the opening of more Patty VOD edits than anyone. Or Oxy. Cuppo and Oxy get a lot of, like, initiating comments. You know? There we go. That'll work. Okay. What other Pattyisms have you picked up? I don't know. That's a good question. You know what? You know what I have picked up is the ability, because I've done this somewhat frequently, is I will be editing a VOD while lurking in Patty's stream. So I'm listening to her voice twice. And I can somehow, at this point, I'm so lost in the sauce that I can actually separate them, and I don't know how. But sometimes it does break my brain a little bit, and I have to stop. But yeah, that's probably the thing I've picked up most is the ability to do simultaneous. Separate live Patty from VOD Patty, exactly. Okay. Well, everybody, let's get the... let me just listen to the stabs real quick. Hold on. Yeah, those are pretty good. All right. Spider-Man pointing meme for real. All right. Let's do a little sound test, huh? Let's line this up here, huh? Turn the lights down a little bit. Okay. Whoa. Hold on. I just tilted my monitor in a way I don't like. Dang it. All right, that's all right. I'm just wrangling my monitor. Don't mind me. Okay. Can y'all hear? Why are y'all so big? Hold on. This is immense. Let's do that. Yeah? Everybody feeling good? All right. Hi, YouTube. This is not going on YouTube. All right. I think we're good. This is the Vanguard65. It's built with an FR4 plate, TX stabs, 1.2 millimeter PCB with shims, Oil Kings, and GMK terminal. Nice. I love this set too. These are ASCII codes. If you didn't know, these are the ASCII codes for letters. So I think that's pretty neat that those are like real things. Good stuff. I agree. It sounds nice. I'm also just hyped to daily this because Link's wait, I almost just said Ocelot, but I don't think that's right. Lynx, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. That's kind of you. One thing I do need to do is move this switch over. It's in the wrong spot. Oh, come on. Oh, no. It kind of came out, but not all the way. It's stuck, though. Dude, y'all remember the episode of Winnie the Pooh where Pooh gets stuck on his way out of Tigger's house? And so... Or Rabbit's house, and Rabbit turns his butt into decorations. Unrelated, but this thing is stuck. Hold on. Where's the screwdriver? You wouldn't be the first to think it's Ocelot? Okay, fair enough. Dude, the last thing I want to do is mangle this, but... Oh, no. I broke the switch. That's all right. I mean, it's not cool, but it happened. So, now we just move on. What is going on? Why is this so stuck? How did you just have that memory ready to go? Brother... I don't know. What's up, Oxy? Good to see you. Some of the stuff I just got on deck. Okay, that switch is done. I'm throwing that out. It's a real 90s alternative rock vibe right now. You know it. Listen, I never got past it, honestly. I just still listen to this type of music. That's all I do. I'm just a little guy who listens to pop punk. And I don't think that's a crime. Did that? Oh my gosh. I need to just double check that this switch works and then leave it alone. It got very crunchy when I put it in. And I didn't like that. Okay, it works. We're not touching it. Okay? And then this is not the right profile. But that's okay. We'll run it for now. Oh, wait, it is. It was just stuck weird. Okay, perfect. Everything's perfect. This keyboard is great. I didn't wrestle with the diffuser for an hour. I am confused about that bit. I'm not entirely sure if I did that right to this day. Okay. All right, everybody. Yeah, I do want to come back with the drum stream. I don't have any camera set up around my drum kit right now, but you can see it back there. It do be big chillin'. Also, I got a Telecaster. What do y'all think, huh? Pretty cool. I got a painting of Kramer. Dude, you know what's kind of upsetting? The amount of people who like coworkers, where I'll hop into a meeting and they'll be like, "Is that a portrait of yourself?" Are you kidding me? No, that's not me. That's crazy. Do you have a Les Paul? I used to. I sold it and I got the Telly. I know. These people, my coworkers, think that's a painting of me. It's very obviously Kramer from that specific episode where a painter paints that and he's just a beguiling apish brute. You know the line. Anyways, we need a drum cover of Maps. That's such a good song. The resemblance is uncanny. Also, you see this? This chair is, I've said this before. It's how I got this chair because I like to hang out down here. And it's how I lure my wife to come watch webtoons while I'm doing things. It's a trap chair, exactly. And my wife loves to read webtoons, and what better place than in this chair? Anyways, that's all I've got for you folks today. It has been a stream, has it not? We've done so much. We've lived, laughed, and even loved a little bit. But I think it's time to raid out. So let's find somebody. I'm just looking around. Boy, any Keeb streamers? Do I raid Skara? What do we do? Any suggestions? Merlots? Merlot? We'll go check that out. We'll check him out. I'm not familiar with his game. But, I think we could share some love. Thanks for the suggestion. Colombian key builder. Cool. Keep streaming. My wife just got home from work, so your boy is out. Just stream music videos now and eat fried chicken. That, you know, I would, but I want to hang out with my wife. She just got back from work, and she's pretty cool. I don't know if you've met her, but she's pretty rad. All right. How do I raid? There we go. Search. Oops. Okay, y'all. We are cool too. That's true. That's true. All right, everybody. Do I still have raid messages? No, that one doesn't work. But we have a raid message. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed being back. I will stream more. I thank you. I'm happy to be here, and this has been fun. I always walk away from streams being like, that was great. Why don't I do that more? So, yeah, I got more birds to build. I might do some drum stuff. Who knows? But yeah, I'll see you over at Merlot's stream. Let's start the raid now. And yeah, I'll be around. I got stuff I'm planning. So also, I'll let you guys know when my YouTube videos are up. I finished one of them. I'm close on another. And I have a third one I want to finish before I make them public, but I'll keep you posted. So, all right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.